Good numbing. Hello and welcome to our new, technically Atelier adventure. It's a little different this time around. This is actually a spin-off that came out to celebrate at the time 20th anniversary of the series. Wild to think this game is 5 years old already. This is Nelke and the Legendary Alchemists. It is a spin-off, so it's a lot less of a focus on, actual alchemy or anything like that. From how I've been sold onto it, it's sort of like a village builder / Farmville-esque game, just with a lot of references and crossovers to the legacy of the franchise. Which is someone who's more exposed to the legacy of the franchise now, especially since I own the Iris and Iris games and the first Mana Khmer game. I have a little bit more of an impression of who's who and what's what and etc. So it will be hopefully kind of a nice little time. I'm going to turn that down just a bit. Maybe there. Yeah, because it seems a bit loud to me. If it's loud to me, it's probably going to be loud on the recording. But this game is supposed to be a lot... I know Atelier as a whole is always pretty laid back, but this is supposed to be super laid back. So our kind of weekend, finish off the week kind of just carrying on game, I thought it was perfect for it. But enough said. Let's start. Oh, it's elves. The loading screen's the elves from Marie. The Grand White Sage. This is the tale of one of the land's greatest men. The Grand White Sage used his mysterious power to help people all across the world. This power would come to be known as alchemy, and helps make people's lives better to this day. It's said he also created sage relics, which are scattered all across the land. Uncovering and studying these relics is one of the nation's most important and valued tasks. Oh, you can tell this is in between. I'm just looking at the art style already. I'm like, oh, you can tell this is in between Liddy and Suli in the lore, where they were still this is very Liddy and Suli. This village of Westwild is one of those places named in the legends. It seems like quite a peaceful town, Miss Nelke. True. There's basically nothing here. It's going to be tough developing this place from the ground up. Oh, it's auto. That just worked out on timing then up until that point. That I was pressing X as it went. The curious aristocrat, Nelke von Lestam. The tough but cool maid, Misty Ellerut. Oh, here we are. I did as much research as possible before coming, but it's even worse than I expected. This is going to take some time. Miss Nelke. But I swear to finish what I start. I will lift this village up and make it prosper. Plus, if we do manage to find one of the sage relics, that'll benefit the entire world for sure. I'll prove to everyone that I can fulfill both my duty and my dreams, even without alchemy. That's the spirit, Miss Nelke, and I'll follow you wherever your dreams may take you. Oh, thank you, Misty. I really appreciate you coming all this way with me. Don't be silly, I'm your maid. Wherever my master goes, I go. That is my purpose in life. Well, with you by my side, I feel I can do anything. Consider it an honor. Now then, let's go, Misty. Wherever you like, Miss Nelke. Imagine just two, an aristocrat and their maid just rolling up to a village. My name is Nelke von Lestam. I'm an aristocrat who recently graduated from a top academy in the capital. This aristocrat just rolls up to your village. Hey, I'm buying all this and I'm going to turn it into my town. At first I had high hopes of becoming an alchemist, but I was awful at it, so I worked hard to become a civil servant instead. Right before I graduated, we uncovered some new sage records and found out one of the relics might be here in Westward. My father is the Lord of Westwild. Okay, so it's not quite as random. So they decided to make me the village's official administrator. With one knee sock longer than the other. What the heck's going on here? I can't just focus on hunting for the relic, of course. I'm an aristocrat after all. I have a duty to my people. Westwild is surrounded by wilderness, and it's always been a good candidate for developing into a trading post. My father wasn't happy about me leaving the capital, but he finally agreed as long as I promised to develop the village. Conditions out here are pretty harsh, but I'm not about to give up. I plan on getting results. And with that commitment in my heart, I finally arrived. Ah, we finally made it. First things first, let's find the village chief. The chief? But you're the administrator now, aren't you? True, but administrators may come and go, but the townsfolk always need someone who represents them. I see, that's a very good point. I'm guessing that would be you, Mr. Guy with a fancy emblem on his shoulder. Excuse me, but are you Nelke? I am, and you are? Ah, sorry. Guess I should introduce myself. My name's Nos. I'm the village chief. Welcome to Westwild. The chief who loves his village, Nos. You're the village chief? Oh, you look kind of young. Little kid like you calling me young? That's funny. Sorry, it's just that my image of a village chief is much more elderly. Well, my pops used to be the chief, but he decided to drop the title on me so he could go off and retire. Now he's out there traveling the world. That's one heck of a comfy retirement, if you ask me. Oh, I see. It must be quite a difficult job. Nah, everyone around here pitches in, so I managed to get by. I know how hard your tasks are gonna be, but I'll help you out however I can. Tasks? What tasks? Didn't anyone tell you? Lord von Lestum sent a messenger yesterday. The administrator has a set of tasks to finish during each time period, and if they don't, they're out of here. Wait, what? I didn't know any of that. I think perhaps he set it up so that you'll be forced to return sooner than you planned. I'm sure your father is feeling very lonely with you being away. Oh, so it's another kind of crappy parent in the Atelier series. What else is new? I'm gonna set impossible tasks so she has to return home, so she can't go spread her wings. Yeah, you're right, yeah, thanks, Dad. Ugh, and sending a messenger means he probably decided all of this after I already left the capital. Man, that is not what we agreed on. I know it's frustrating, but what choice do we have? If you don't do as he says, he has full authority to appoint a new administrator. I didn't expect something like this the instant I got here. Hope he doesn't plan on adding new conditions. Well, anyway, for now, why don't I show you to your lodgings? I'm sure you must be tired from the journey. Get a good night's sleep and prepare to take on a brand new day. I guess you're right. Thanks, Nos. I'll be sure to do my best, starting tomorrow. Could you show us where we'll be staying? Sure, no problem. So, are you like Nelke's assistant or something? Are you talking to me? I am Miss Nelke's maid. My name is Misty. Rope? Bombs? Yeah, hi, one man. Hope you're doing well. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. And your name sounds familiar. Is it just my imagination? So you finally noticed. It's been a while since we last saw each other. We met in Ozbol. We did? Oh, that's right. You were that maid in training. Misty? Do you two really know each other? We do indeed. Although it feels a little bit like ancient history now. When it comes to the Smegspiel, Nelke clears. Nelke's beautiful. But you haven't changed at all, Nas. Misty, I'd say you've changed a lot. You've become a proper maid. Honestly, it's really moving seeing you like this. Well, we'll have plenty of time to catch up later. We're planning on staying here for quite a while, after all. True enough. Anyway, we're almost there. Gee, is our lodgings the one actually fully developed building in this town? Alright, you two are staying here at this mansion. Whoa! This place is huge. The carpenters way back, when they were really hoping their lord would come to visit. So, they went a little overboard. Oh, I see. Anyway, you should take it easy and rest for today. Thank you again, Nos. I look forward to working with you. Same here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make myself scarce. Miss Nelke, I finished searching the building. It appears to be safe. Wow, already? Oh, you always work so fast. A maid's top priority is securing her mistress's peace of mind. Rest assured that I will always take care of you. Oh, thanks. I always rely on you for that. Anyway, why don't we head inside? Sprites are amazing. Yeah. I like her shocked one, the way they do them. Finally, I can take a break. I wonder who the artist for Nelke is. Because I mention it every time, that every single saga, deliberately, to make it have its own unique flair, has a different lead artist. I wonder who did Nelke, considering it's not a mainline title. You know, like, it's not tied to any other saga. Like, I wonder who did the artwork, because this kind of gives me, like... What's the first one again? Like, it kind of gives me, like... I don't know, like... mysterious drawings, but I don't think it's the mysterious artist, because this came out not too long after Lily and Sule, if not around the same time, so they would probably had their hands full with that anyway. And, like, we know that the Arland artists was working with on Blue Reflection, because that was around the same time as well, because, you know, there was way too many Atelier games at once at the time. Was working on Blue Reflection at the time, so I don't think it was them. Maybe it was the Dusk artists, because obviously they hadn't hired the Secret Saga artist yet. But on the mobile game artist, yeah, maybe. Speaking of the mobile game, that new one, I think it's just come out in Japan, and people are loving it. Because it is still a story-focused game, it's just as gacha. Your party members are just gacha, and it's just like... At least it's still a story-driven Atelier. I hope we hear of, like, a Western release at some point soon, maybe. The idea of having a team of, like a turn-based RPG, but your whole team are just different Atelier protagonists over the entire franchise is kind of cute. You know, it's kind of like, alright. Finally, I can take a break. You must be exhausted from all our travelling. Yes, although I bet you're, like, twice as exhausted as me. There's no need for you to worry about me. I'm fine. So what's your first impression of the village? Still makes me sort of a Mega Mirror. Fair enough. I don't really have one, to be honest. I have no idea what kind of people live here. I suppose that's true. Please excuse my silly question. But why does father always have to cause trouble? Why would he add more conditions after the fact like that? Yeah, he's like Darth Vader. I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it again. I knew it. He doesn't like the idea of me being an administrator, and he doesn't seem too fond of the relics either. But speaking of which, what tasks has he assigned you? Oh, I didn't get any details. I'm guessing we'll just have to complete certain objectives in a certain amount of time. So Baron-gated. That's a shame. It feels like early 2010. I mean, there's still like dime a dozen nowadays, but early 2010 especially, it felt like any like mobile game existed would like just would barely function and would gate off everything for finances. Whilst nowadays, like things like Genshin, you can just do everything. It's just it limits how much grinding you can do, so you don't become OP instantly, which is a much better way of handling that sort of thing. Yeah, Nelke's dad is just like, this is the first time she's ever doing something like this. I know, I will make it extremely difficult so she's forced to retire it and come back home. That'll make her really appreciate her father. No, she's gonna come back bitter and resentful. I see. Then for the time being, we'll just have to focus on focus all our effort on completing those objectives. I'm gonna flub my words probably way more often because I'm genuinely pretty tired, just as a warning. Just level scale. You're right. Anyway, why don't we call it a night? We need to get some sleep if we want to hit the ground running tomorrow. If it was an offline RPG, I would totally agree. But with Genshin's case, like where it's like a big online thing and everything like that, if you join an online thing with your friends and you're all just the same level just cause the game says, there's less like experimentation. Whilst if you have like a setup to like grind your build and like get all these like and whatnot, like it allows you to be more individual even if two people have the same character, at least in Genshin's case. So I get it in that sense, but I also get, like I said, if they just let you grind infinitely, yes, you could build your own build quicker, but also the entire game would be a joke if you just dedicated a day to grinding out artifacts, you know? Like, like it's a weird catch-22, so they need to limit you somehow to let you be more expressive, but the way they're doing it can always be up to debate. And the reason why it's also further up to debate is because Star Rail is more generous. Star Rail, its like resin cap system or equivalent is significantly more generous than Genshin's. So it's like the turn-based RPG lets you grind way more before it tries to stop you for the day. I'm saying because honestly, the game itself is water without story state. Oh, fair enough. I did kind of gather of this being like a Farmville-esque spin-off that this game, as soon as like when we get going, the story will kind of take a backseat and we'll just kind of vibe. Which is why I wanted to do it as a weekend game anyway, because then it could be like the end of the week vibe game, where I just kind of hang out with chat whilst we're just building things, you know? It's like if I ever do Stardew Valley, that would be the same deal, where that game would just be the epitome of hanging out with chat whilst I do things. Oh, I meant for Genshin? Oh, well, fair enough, I guess, each their own. I love Genshin's story, but I know it's kind of hit and miss. And I can't wait for more Ace Attorney shenanigans in Genshin in the next update, which is only a week out now. It's not even a week out. It's it comes out on Wednesday coming up, 4.1. Where we get more like discount Ace Attorney. Very well. Hello, Mr. Elf. Build a facility. Developers who manage the residents. Okay, so let's see what faces we recognize. My eyes immediately went to Haggle and Pamela. I don't recognize the other faces. I don't know if they're just generic artwork faces or what. Yeah. I still really hope, and I'm going to keep saying this, because they've been talking about doing it with Honkai Impact Third. Now, the first main story's done, and I know they're starting a second story now with Honkai Impact Third, but I still hope they commit and do this. They're debating making an offline version for Honkai Impact Third now its story's done, and I really hope later down the road they do that for Genshin. Like, when its entire story's done, they make an offline version, so you can still experience the entire game and story as a traditional open-world RPG, instead of it being, you know, the gacha. And it also means the game gets preserved, because if it's online only and forever online only, eventually those servers won't be needed anymore, and then the game will just vanish from the ether. So it's like, if they're debating doing an offline version for Honkai, I hope they do an offline version for Genshin. And then obviously when Star Rail's finishes, is slightly finished, do an offline version for that as well, etc, etc. Yeah, the annoying thing with Genshin is that the PS4 version doesn't have a platinum because it doesn't have a full list. The PS5 version included trophies that came out in later patches to make it one complete list, so it has a platinum. At least I think so. I don't think I'm going crazy. I'm pretty sure Genshin doesn't have a platinum on PS4. Anyway, Nelke is the administrator assigned to manage the frontier town of Westworld. Her father, the regional lord, has given her a mission: develop Westworld into a major hub for economic trade. As the administrator, Nelke must build facilities in town and delegate tasks and responsibilities to the townsfolk. You're correct, Noah. It took me a while to get the platinum because the only trophy I was missing was the one that requires you to do it in co-op. So, like, it's just one of those things where it just worked out where a friend of mine was online and I was helping him out with a few things, and then they met and they went, hey, is there anything you need help with? And I went, funny you ask. Because that's the trophy. There's a random island in Liyue that has a heart-shaped rock on it, and you have to have two players stand on it and look at each other, and you'll make a treasure chest spawn between you. There's a trophy for getting that chest. Day one. Yeah, same here. Well, I tried to play it day 0. I got it as soon as it let me install it, and then went to fire it up, and I was like, oh, I can't play it for another day. Whoops. But it was like the second the servers went up. I think I woke up at like 6 a.m. that morning because I was genuinely so stoked for an open world anime game. I was super duper ready. And to be fair, the fact that I've got over 1,000 hours on the PS5 version alone and another 500 on the PS4 version, I think it speaks for itself how much of an impact that game ended up having on my life. Naturally, she'll need income in order to develop her town. I like that little icon of just like zoomed up on Nelke's face, and it just says "please." Oh no, Genshin. Even at launch, like there were things with Genshin that I was annoyed at, and things that I wasn't the most fond with. But the package as a whole, I've loved enough to want to see it through and keep on seeing it through. You know. Do you mean Inazuma? Because Liyue was out at launch. It took... Inazuma took forever. And Inazuma had a great start and a great middle piece, but a rushed ending with its story arc, it was kind of disappointing. It's why a lot of people say Inazuma kind of was the weakest one, because it was the one that had pretty good build-up, and then just kind of threw it away. Because the last chapter was rushed, because they tried to keep... It was when they were still trying to keep it to just 3 chapters for the main story. Yeah, to Inazuma. Yeah, Inazuma is still the least accessible region in Genshin, even though there's two regions after it. Because both Sumeru and Fontaine, you can just walk straight to. Like, even if you've just started the game, as long as you've done the tutorial, you can walk all the way over to Fontaine. Inazuma, you physically can't start until you finish the entirety of Liyue's story, which takes forever, you know, if you're new. But the general consensus of Inazuma is that people liked the intro, liked the middle piece, but felt the ending was rushed. And to be fair, I do kind of agree with that sentiment. I enjoy Inazuma more than most do. I fucking love Inazuma, but I get it. I get that why people feel that way. I'd say from, like, worst to best, Liyue I found kind of, like, but it was the ending that, like, pulled it enough to make it kind of fun. So, like, Liyue's probably the weakest. Then Inazuma. Then Mondstadt. Because as much as I want to say Inazuma, then Mondstadt is hella fucking short. You just get introduced to all the cute characters, and then the story ends. It's like, oh, okay, bye then. Like, it feels like it's just gone before you even get the chance to settle in. But I get it's also the prologue, so it's supposed to be kind of short. Then Inazuma. So Inazuma I'll put right in the middle, because I genuinely love the build-up. I don't want to put Fontaine on the list yet, because obviously its story's not done. But so far, Fontaine has been fantastic. I've really loved Fontaine and where it's been going with the story. And so far, Sumeru is the one to beat. Sumeru was phenomenal. Harvard University building an Evangelion. What more do you need? Well, yeah, because I said Fontaine, yeah. Start by searching the nearby forest for resources to gather. Of course there's a nearby forest. It wouldn't be an outlet game if there wasn't a nearby forest. Or grow them in town, or set up shops to sell your goods. Good morning, Miss Nelke. Did you sleep well? But if Fontaine keeps the region of Fontaine keeps the story pace the way it's going, all the way to the end, it probably will be my new favourite, because so far it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. Not even like the, like the Ace Attorney shit, but even though that's really dorky and kind of fun in its own way, it's like just like, I love the characters. Like, I genuinely felt for Navia in that one story quest, especially because I feel like it's the first time outside of a cutscene where we've seen like them animate a character crying, and it's like, okay, so they've got some new tricks up their sleeve in terms of animation. So it just ended up doing favors for Navia, for me caring about her, when she's talking about and ranting about how mistreated her father was before he died, and you see it actually get to her as she's like basically calling out for this justice. Or like Nouvelet being so powerful of a position, yet so vulnerable as a person, like really caught me by surprise, because he's such like, you know, he's literally the judge, jury, and executor, yet he's one of the most vulnerable and like self-attacking people in the region. It's like, fuck. Or like Florina is just this little brat, and I just, every time she's on scene, it's like, even if she's like annoying me, I'm grinning. Oh, absolutely. I'm loving that there's been a huge resurgence. As I already said, like even outside of the console version that's coming up, Star Rail is doing phenomenally. It completely blew up every expectation, even from the team. Yeah. And we're not even done yet, because we're going to meet, like, the character I've been most excited to meet, Arlecchino. Like, in the next update. We know for a fact, because she's in the teaser trailer, that we're seeing Arlie next update, and I'm just like, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the diplomat and how she handles this situation, because she's not like some of the other harbingers we've met, where they just solve everything with violence. She'll try and solve everything with words, if she can. And it's like, I want to see, like, that kind of cunning on full display. But we'll have to see. And she's also gorgeous. Like, I don't care if she's like a super big bad guy. If baddie, why hot, you know? Good morning, Miss Nelke. Did you sleep well? I did. Thank you for asking. I'm glad to hear that. Are you ready to get to work? Let's go talk to Nos first. I want to find out what kinds of stuff I can gather from the village in the nearby area. The thing with Arlie, from what we've learned, or Arlecchino, is that she's super masculine to such like for a woman sort of thing. That she's super masculine to such an extent that the orphanage she runs, people call her father. She often dresses in male-esque clothes. Some people who don't know her personally think she's a man. Like, she's a super, like, fully developed gothic tomboy. Like, as in, like, she's a full adult gothic tomboy. And it's just like, fuck yes. Like there's ticking boxes for me. Because she has, her hair is literally one layer of it's pure white, and then on the inside it's pitch black. So she's got like a super gothic vibe to her. She always wears suits, and like the suits have like little eye markings on them. She has her waistcoat on the way. Because, you know, like, I don't know if you know this, with waistcoats, depending on which side it's over what, depends on whether it's the male way or the feminine way. She has her waistcoat on the male way. Like, you know, she genuinely does, like, lives up to it. I know, I was more just trying to, like, make a point, like, you get what I mean, but it's like, the whole thing with her is that she's very boyish. In her nature sort of thing. She's also a fire vision user or pyro vision user, so it's like I want to see her do some fire tricks. I want to see how they handle her in that sense, because I am debating rolling for. I say there's no debate about it. I'm gonna get her when she comes out. It's just whether she serves a role in my main party or if I'm just getting her for me. The idea is that just everything about her design and everything about her personality makes people who don't know her personally think she's a boy. That's something that's mentioned a lot, that she's super masculine and boyish. And she just also happens to run an orphanage, despite being one of the bad guys as well. Except that orphanage is made of basically children that are going to get raised for war, so she's still technically super bad guy. Because she's just she's keeping an orphanage of, like, soon-to-be war children. But I say that we've already met some of the kids. Linnae and Lynette are both from the orphanage, so they're both, like, we see Arlecchino as the father. So Mariana from Fairy Fencer F. Trying to remember who that is. Hang on, it's been a hot minute since I last played that. Oh, her. Oh, her. I just quickly googled it and saw the image and, like, I immediately got flashback. I was like, oh right, yep, I know who you mean. Not quite. That's probably closer to Arlecchino's suggested and heavily shipped and slightly implied wife. That's what Mariana looks more like Columbina. Which, for people who don't know dell'arts and Italian theatre, both Arlecchino and Columbina are terms in dell'art. And the idea is that the Arlecchino will betray the jester to steal the Columbina. and be wed as true lovers. And the Jester is the nickname of the leader of the Harbingers in Genshin. And there's an Arlecchino and a Colombina, and they work together. So there's, following the, you know, the stereotype of the story of, like, Dell'Art and, like, Italian theatre and all that, the implication is that at some point Arlecchino will betray the Harbingers and run away with Colombina. Which is what's led to, like, all the ships and everything, because their names literally represent that they're going to run away to each other. And the fact that they have a bond, and it's referenced that those two have known each other for a long while, just leans into that further. I was giving a jump from being Sundowner. Yeah, I suppose. That's also an underrated line from that Maxor video, because I know everyone always just goes to how much Gianni absolutely killed it as Armstrong in that last chunk. My source is that I made it the fuck up. That Gianni absolutely nailed it, but all of it's really good. All of it's really good. Like, Maxor was cooking something with that video, with those videos. Think carefully about how we can help develop this town. That's true. It's best to use nearby resources to begin developing the village. Right? Plus, I want to learn about the townsfolk. If the village has any engineers or alchemists, that'd be a huge help. True, but it may be difficult to find an alchemist. Any halfway decent alchemist can find work just about anywhere. Good point, but regardless, we're gonna need one. Oh, whilst they're mentioning alchemists and it's on my mind, small detail that on the PlayStation Store that I really liked. Oh, I don't know if I can't remember if it's on PS4, but on PS5, when you go to start a game, there's a button that says Manage Game Content, and it's basically you can go through every single DLC the game has that you own, and basically check what ones are installed, and choose if you want to uninstall certain things, etc, etc. So you can literally manage the data. On the Manage Game Data list, all of, like, the extra packs tied to different sagas are in saga order. So it's like, it literally says, like, Atalis at Salberg, then Gramned, then Iris, then Mana, then Arland, then Dusk, then Mysterious. And I was like, that's actually kind of cute that they made sure on the game management list they were in proper order for the DLCs. Oh jeez. Yeah, welcome to people who don't like anime. I don't know how else to tell you that one, man. I've heard similar things for many a year, and I'm just numb to it. I just like what you like, keep and whatever, you know. If someone else isn't keen on it, fuck them. I mean, for me personally, we always talk about it, so I know some people say, oh, but they're fictional characters, what does it matter? I still very much, like, if there's an anime character I'm interested in, they've got to be of age. You know, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you're any younger than, like, if you're not around my age, I don't want to hear it. You know, like, but that's just me. I know some people really don't care, and I'm not going to judge you. I'm like, that's a shame. I don't really know what to recommend. Because I don't know that person, other than if you can, try and sit down and have a word with them properly. Don't, like, just immediately, like, blast in, like, kick a door in and go, what the fuck do you... You know, because that doesn't solve anything. But I digress. Good point, but regardless, we're gonna need one. Developing the village to the points we're aiming for is basically impossible without an alchemist. Plus, if we want to track down that sage relic, we're going to need the help of an alchemist sooner or later. That's very true. We'll probably need help from a lot of people, but we can find a few good candidates. Yeah, because if I go through the names you mentioned, Tiara I'm pretty sure is in her 20s. Muse, I have no idea because I haven't played that series. And Sophie, by Liddy and Suli, she's 26. I'm still trying to figure out if Totori's the youngest Atelier protagonist. Like, I've been going through the Iris games, and like Iris 1, the main character is 17, so it's like, okay, so not him. Oh, fair enough. Because Totri was 13, and I don't think there's been any 12-year-old protagonists yet that I've stumbled into. I think Totri is still the baby girl of the franchise in that sense. First, it was finding the right people talking to Nos. So then, no point standing around here. Let's go find Nos. Of course, I'll prepare to head out immediately. And I'm not sure who the oldest protagonist is, as in like, not as in like oldest just main character, because in that sense, like Rarona's way up there because she's 35. But she's not the protagonist of the lore, she's just one of the characters. It's like, I wonder who the oldest protag is. Because Ryza's 22 by the end of Secret Saga, but I don't know if there's another main character in an earlier game who's older. When it's their game sort of thing. That's sorry, oh, fair enough. I know that music. I know that melody. That's fucking Haggle's theme, Liddy and Suli. Just without the weird voices. That one. Marie. Yeah, because she, even on the ending, she becomes a professor, doesn't she? Maybe. How do I hear boss music? It's literally like, I'm gonna have to like have a fine ear because there's probably gonna be a mountain ton of musical references, or and remixes, because obviously this was an anniversary title, so I just got to keep an ear out. But that one, like, it struck me immediately. I was like, just add the weird voice, and it's Haggle. I know it's not like I always sound kind of mean when I say that. It's a certain type of throat singing. I forgot what it's called. It's just I never remember it. So, but if I just say weird singing, everyone knows what I mean. Oh, hi, Nelke. Heading out for the day? Yeah. Ah, perfect. I was just about to come look for you. Oh, yeah. I guess it's timed it perfectly. What do you mean? I really hope when a Mana Khemia character shows up, it just, like, blurts out, like, the fucking boss themes. Literally all of the boss themes in Mana Khemia are dope. They're all so good. They were Gus were, like, truly in their comfort zone when they were making Mana Khemia, and you can tell. Like, it was before they shifted to the 3D engine, and it was very late in, like, in their, like, sprite-based games development, because they've been making sprites for, like, 11 years at that point, or, like, sprite-based games for 11 years. Like, they were well and truly in their comfort zone in Mana Khemia, and you feel it. And the music is just a shining example of it. The whole of that game's soundtrack is godly. Whoa, these girls are just too cute for their own good. This is Nelke, and I'm Maid Misty. No, so might I ask who this is? This is Haggle. He's kind of the lead carpenter around here. Where he goes, the other carpenters follow. The neighborhood's best craftsman, Haggle Boldness. Boldness.
You!
Nice to meet you, girls. You ever need any work done, just give me a holler. With the right materials and manpower, no building is too big for old Haggle. Hey, Haggle, keep in mind, she's an aristocrat. Maybe you should tone it down a little bit? Titles aside, we're fellow townsfolk now, right? Haggle, please speak however you like. Yeah, Maruru still has the best version, because that one proper goes in. You really get it, huh? Look like things are gonna get pretty exciting around here. You're a good egg, Nos. You better do whatever you can to help the kiddo here. Yeah, I know. I'm the village chief now, right? So I have to make sure and do the right thing. So, Nos, was there a specific reason you wanted us to meet Haggle? If you're going to develop the village, you're going to need to add new buildings, right? And you'll need someone to build them. Haggle's the guy to talk to for that kind of thing. What, Haggle alone? I didn't realize he was a superhero. He's the best carpenter around, I can promise you that. Ah, don't let him fool you. He used to be one heck of a carpenter himself. Wow, really? Something like that. But there was so much other stuff to do once I became village chief, I was kind of forced to retire. I see, so your position had to evolve over time. Anyway, Haggle's definitely picked up the slack in my place. If you ever need anything built, he's the man to ask. Wait, just give me 1 second. There we are. Thank you, Nos. I was hoping to find someone exactly like that. Speaking of which, do you know of any other engineers in town? We'll need all the help we can get to get things started. And the rest of the village is mostly just farmers and hunters. I see, and I guess I'll just have to think about what kind of building would be best to start off with. I know that laugh. I think. Is that Pamela? Why don't you make a shop for me? Yep. Is it bad that I recognized her from a laugh? That I recognized her from and I immediately was like, that's Pamela. Is it bad? Is that a bad sign? That I enjoy Pamela's company too much that I recognize who it is off of that alone. Oh, Pamela, long time no see. Nice to see you again, Nos. Oh, look at you, all grown up. You're even the chief now. Well, maybe, but I've still got a long way to go, you know. Nos, is she another villager? Oh, no. Pamela is more here like a traveling saleswoman. Hi, I'm Pamela. Nice to meet you, Nelke. My queen. The most unique of merchants. Pamela Ibis. The pleasure is all mine. But is that true? You're really a traveling merchant? But if we build you a shop here, wouldn't you have to give up the traveling part? Don't worry about that. I always have fun when I come to Westworld. Actually, I've always wanted to set up shop here. Really? I never knew that. That'd be great for the town. Yeah, that'd make it way easier for me to get all the medicine I need. Thanks. Medicine? Wait, Pamela, does that mean you know how to do alchemy? Nope, not at all. I just have a good eye for merchandise. I never have any idea what most of Pamela's stuff is for, but she does have very useful stuff every once in a while. Come on, Nos. Now you're just being mean. I carry nothing but the best, most useful goods at all times. Well, I can't wait to see what you have to offer. So then, Haggle, why don't we start by building a shop for Pamela? You got it. Just tell me what you need me to do. Alright, how to construct facilities. You can create ateliers, shops, growing areas, landmarks, roads, and other various facilities in the commercial district. Simply open the menu and select Build and construct a shop to fulfill Pamela's request. Weekday. Oh, time for all the DLCs to get added. You can now change the appearance of your shops to make it have a mysterious theme. The 37 costume pack. And sexualizing in character book. Oh, we've got to be here for a minute. Wanna come here. 20th anniversary. Salberg. Gramnid. Arlen. Iris. This is in such a whack order. Extra material pack. Oh god, there was a lot of extra stuff we started with. Extra story. You have to like build the like the super tree first. Gramnid Pamela. Oh wow. Oh wow, it's all the different Pamelas from Gramnid onwards. That's cute. Iris. That's Ranakamiya. I don't know which one that one is. Maybe that's a different Iris design. Then obviously our one. Why does mysterious Pamela look kind of like a murderer? What's with that weird overshadow? Original Marie. Garrett. Oh, OG Haggle, yes! So these are all the DLC characters after, like... I don't know who she is. Does it say? Is there any way they can check? Oh, this is a cute menu. Oh, so your extra menu is literally just here. That's right, probably. Yeah, that Haggle and Pam theme. Oh, we have to unlock them first, got it. I'm trying to see if there's a... Oh, there is. I completely looked past it. I was trying to see if there was somewhere I could save, and I just completely looked past it looking at the extra menu. There, I just wanted to drop a save. New Boden. Ooh, oh, this is... Okay, yeah, now, okay, I get it. I can see the Farmville. That's, like, it's more almost like SimCity, but mini as well. First ones I get updating Haggle seem the Marurus, yeah. So to facilitate build, you'll need money and specific items to make it. Different facilities require different items. Number of facilities you can build per turn is limited by the construction cost indicated by the hammer. Building a facility will take time, and you can check here to see how many turns it will take. Whilst placing a facility, the front section must face the street. The street will be shown in yellow. The triangle marks is where the front is. Okay. So I'm getting more Sims than Farmville, like SimCity, but I can see it. Small grocery store. Oh yeah, like, these are all the different colour ones. So you got basic, navy, blue, initial, rural, the Manor, Academy, Republic, Dusk, and Mysterious. I don't think this changes anything. I'm looking at it. I think it is just cosmetic. So it's like, what aesthetic do we fancy today? And I'll keep it basic whilst we're getting set up. Let's see. So I'd really like to put it and so confirm. Atelier shops and growing areas can now have helpers assigned to them once they're finished. If nobody is assigned, the default helper will run the shop. However, their efficiency will only be at a basic helper level. You can assign someone from the shop when you begin construction. For now, go ahead and assign Pam. As you confirmed your placement, construction will begin. All that's left now is wait for it to be finished. That's true. Then we just need to make sure it's profitable so we can use that income to develop the town. But with the merchandise we have on hand right now, I'm not sure it'll be enough. We need to get more goods that will sell even better. Which means we need someone who can actually make merchandise for us. We should return to the manor soon, Miss Nelke. You have quite a large amount of paperwork that needs your attention. Okay, let's keep thinking about what we can do to secure the future of the town. I used to play SimCity on the DS, and I've played a little bit of City Skylines, so I think I'm ready for this. A week? Well, what do you think? Came out pretty darn good if I do say so myself. Oh, it's so cute. I can't wait to get settled in here. Can't believe how fast you was able to build something this nice. You really are amazing, Haggle. Nah, this was child's play. You just let me know when you got more work for me to do. Thank you so much, Haggle. We'll be relying on you for sure. Well, why don't we call it a day? No need to exert ourselves. Besides, Pamela looks like she's excited to get in there and start setting up her new shop. Is it that obvious? Oh, thank you for thinking for me. Okay, then that's all for today. I'll be counting on you all going forward. You got it. Of course, I'll be sure to sell lots and lots. We'll be counting on you too, don't forget. Anyway, I better head back. Ah, Marie! Excuse me? And it's like, it's pre-remake art style, so it's more in line with how she originally looked. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. Are you new to the area? Yup. I'm here exploring the nearby forest to search for relics, but at the moment I'm looking for a place to stay. Ah, there's a vacant house not far from here. You can stay there. Let me go get the key for you. Wow, really? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There we go. Wow, looks like you have a lot of stuff. You want some help? Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm used to hauling this stuff around. When more and more, like, faces show up, there's going to be a lot of overlap in voices, because I'm not going to change the voice so everyone's different. Whatever voices I originally gave them is the voices I'll be aiming for them. So there's expect a lot of people to just sound the same from me. Are you sure? Okay, then let me just show you to your room. Very well done, Miss Nelke. How do you feel about finishing your first task? I can't really say. To be honest, Haggle did most of the work. I was mostly just freaking out, trying to get used to handling all that paperwork. I think it's too soon to tell how well it will go. I see. Please forgive me for asking. I suppose learning about our deadline has made me a little nervous. That's fair enough. I think you've got some leftover pain from trying to platinum the remake as well. That doesn't help. But the original Marie is a very simple game as well. It's why I enjoyed it, but it's at the very bottom of the list because there's just not much to it, even in the remake. Full stop. And it makes me more curious about because I hope they remake the other Salberg games. Like how the original trilogy grew at the time. I want to see how things changed in like the super early days of the series. Asking, I suppose the most nervous. Well, I'm getting used to things here, so now we can really get to work. If we don't get the village itself sorted out, we'll never get a chance to start looking for the sage. Oh, I hope Iris, the person, is in this game, because she is wonderful. I adore her. If you don't get the village itself sorted out, we'll never get a chance to look for the sage relic. Oh, I'm glad you haven't forgotten. You haven't mentioned it to anyone here, so I was a bit worried. Of course I didn't forget. That's the whole reason we came here, right? That's fair enough. But it's like any kind of like character trope. There are some tropes that's just like, even if they're done well, sometimes they're not for you. But then sometimes it's like they're so overdone, it's just like, oh, here we go again. You know, I get it. Like, I get not being a fan of those kind of characters. I don't mind them. They don't bother me at all. It's usually it's the kids. It's children tropes. They're the ones that annoy me personally. They're the ones I'm just like, oh, here we fucking go. You know? Especially if it's a kid who thinks they're worth something. It's just like, oh god, here we go. We just don't have the right people to start searching, so there isn't any point asking them about it yet. And the proof is Riser 1, where it's like, I don't think there was ever an instance where I didn't cuss out Boss. Because he was just a bratty kid who was self-entitled, and I was just like, like at that point, you know, like, it took me a while for him to actually come around. Just thankfully, when he grew, he became way better, but you know my point. I get what you mean, I think. We don't have the right people to start searching, so there isn't any point asking them about them yet. If only we had an alchemist, that'd really put us on the right track. Indeed, but I can't imagine an alchemist just suddenly showing up out of nowhere. We'll make one show up. If we can develop the village properly, I'm sure it'll attract a good alchemist. I suppose that's true. Also, if all the alchemists from all the sagas, are, well, at the point of its game's release, are going to be there, there's going to be a bit of an interesting power struggle between some of them. Because some of them are pretty godly in their alchemical ability nowadays. You know, some of them are just successful students. One of them overthrew a god and can make houses on the click of her fingers. One of them is Sophie. Sophie can stop anything. But then you know what I mean. It's like, there's going to be an interesting power struggle here, because some of them are going to just be godly. I suppose that's true. Heck yes it is. So just keep up the hard work. Good morning, Misty. Good morning, Miss Nelke. I'm surprised to see you awake so early, considering today's a holiday. It's the only time I have to actually look for relics. I want to talk to as many people around town as I can, so we need to use my time wisely. See, that does make sense. Holidays give you a chance to get away from your administrative work and investigate the relics, which is Nelke's personal objective. You can leave the village to explore, visit residents to build up friendships and gain information, and more. Make good use of these rare chances. Yeah, Iris can be argued as a lot of things. It's just one of those things where I wish they just kind of sat down and would try to take it a bit more focusly. Because like I said, like there's something you can like pin something to someone in like in the Neptunia series, like everyone. If it was like everyone, you can put something on them. It's just there's only 2 that's ever been confirmed with Nep and Uni with those 2's condition. I mean, Plutia, if it's not some kind of like autism, the game likes to instead try and lean onto this joke of split personality, which I find very tiring personally. Oh, that what was that spin-off called? Like was it Hyper Devotation Noir? I think was what it was called. But then that's the trope that I generally find tiring, them split personalities. I find how it's handled a lot of the time kind of like tiring and just kind of like whatever. Anyway, we can go exploring. So Miss Nelke, where should we go today? Remember what I mentioned the other day? We need to increase the number of items we have to sell. I was thinking of exploring the land outside of town. Maybe we can uncover something to help improve our stores or develop the town. I see, that's an excellent idea. I'll gladly join you, of course. You now leave town in order to do investigations. Investigations will allow you to gather items that will help in developing the town. Investigate often to expand. It's just yeah. Oh, this is cute. When she's on holiday, she's just like sitting on the side reading a book. This is a real cute like image to stop on. I'm gonna save again. I know it's only a tutorial, so it doesn't matter, but it's just keeping on top of it. Oh, my save file says what number playthrough I'm on. Uh-oh. Is this one of those games they expect you to do several times? If my save file says playthrough 1. Yeah. Okay, shall we get going? Of course, Miss Nelke. Hope we can find something that will help us improve the town. Speaking of which, do you have anything specific in mind? Well, maybe a new kind of fruit or crop, or something that we can sell in our stores, or trees, or minerals that we can use to construct buildings. I understand. Well, you can leave the actual gathering of materials to me. Come, Miss Nelke, we must proceed with the investigation. Oh, it's like classic Marie. You just press investigate. Got it. I get it, makes sense. They're not going to have the RPG stuff because that's not the point. They're not going to have the RPG stuff because the whole point is that it's SimCity/Farmville. So it's literally got that Marie original style where there's no dungeon exploring. You just click area to explore and you walk through it and there's dialogue. Got it. So it's just knowing where to go. Awesome, you managed to find all kinds of useful items. True, but there is a limit to how much we're able to gather by hand. Yeah, you're right. Well, for one thing, why don't we try growing some fruit in the village itself? If it can grow out here, I'm sure it will grow just as well back home. I see. So you'd like to grow crops in town so that the residents can be more self-sufficient? That's an excellent idea. Not gonna lie, in October, I think it'll be time to probably announce my retirement from NEPS on stream. To talk about why I am. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, at least from like what I've caught, it feels like you've found your comfort nowadays with Trails. Like, you're happy with those games. There's always something new for you to try that series because it's a big old fucking franchise. And considering the devs seem pretty into that series, I feel like it's one of those things where there's always another game on the horizon. The same way with me with like Atelier, where it's like I fucking love this franchise now, so I know there's always another game on the horizon. Like even the mobile game, the fact that they've got the mobile game out in Japan already, it's like okay, there's a reason why they're getting it out now. It's because they're probably like the actual Gust themselves are working on something else. Also, I really like that smug look on Nelke's face. See, so you'd like to grow crops in town so that the residents can be more self-sufficient. That's an excellent idea. Right? Keeping a steady supply of food should help the town operate more smoothly. Let's talk to Nos about it when we get back. Weekday. Good morning, Nos. You know, I'm surprised this game just says weekday and holiday, because this would have been a perfect excuse to bring back like the the flower blooming day cycle thing from Sophie 1. Where it was like, you know, the 5-day weeks and they were all like bud, seed, yada yada. That would have been a perfect excuse to bring that back, because I actually kind of miss that. Might give Tokisaki a second chance because of how much goodwill that Kuro's given me. That is something I was going to tell you, but I just completely forgot about on the other stream. If, and it's a huge if because I'm expecting to enjoy it, but if on some reason I don't enjoy it, and don't enjoy Trails from Zero, I am considering doing Tokyo Xanadu, since I'd like action RPGs anyway. Or more action-y RPGs anyway. Because then that'll be something different from the same team that I might be more into. Good morning, Nuss. Oh, Nelke. Morning to you too. Say, where did you get off to yesterday? Didn't see you around. I was out exploring the land outside of town. As a matter of fact, I made all kinds of great discoveries. Oh, you sure that was a good idea? Once you leave town, there's a chance we'll start running into monsters. No worries. We didn't have any problems. But forget about that. Just take a look at this. You found this tree outside the village, I assume. Would it be possible to start growing this in town? If we can create our own supply, that should help in developing the village. It's like difficulty curve. Oh, I'm fine with that. As someone who grew up with Shin Megami Tensei, I can handle a difficulty curve. Even if it's a brick wall. As long as I can see what I did wrong, I will enjoy it. If I can see what went wrong, if I get absolutely curb stomped, that's enough, because then I can go back and rework it, you know? It's when it feels like it's entirely out of my hand and there's nothing I could do to fix it. That's when it starts being a bit like, ugh, you know? So I'm going this, but that's the same with every game. It's why I love Tomb Raider Legend and Anniversary, but I'm not the biggest fan of Underworld, because some of Underworld's mechanics will sometimes just get you killed unfairly, and it's just like, great, like there's sometimes just nothing you can do about it. The mechanics just have a moment and then you just get killed. You're like, thanks guys. When I went across to the crossbow, fair enough. Oh, have you seen that Kuro's official localization name is Trails into is it Trails into Daybreak, I think, or Dawnbreak, one or the other. No, I think it's Daybreak. And I've seen a few people say, why didn't they call it Dawnbreak or something like that? Why didn't they call it Dawn this, Dawn that, or something like that? It's like, hey, it's supposed to come out around the same time Dawn Trail comes out, so they probably didn't want to get the names muddled. Community post. Oh, to be fair, at least on my YouTube feed, it almost never puts community posts up. Like anyone I subscribe to, so I almost never see community posts, to be honest. I almost always miss them. But I'm happy that it's getting localized, and it's also like kind of crazy, regardless of like criticisms and problems with some of the localizations. It's kind of crazy just how many localizations NIS America have done in such a short amount of time, like especially with the Trail series. Because I think I saw someone say it's been like 4 games in 12 months that they've done a full localization on that aren't short games. I'm like, that's kind of insane. The name is Trails Through Daybreak. Because I saw a few people getting antsy about it, that it should have been called Dawnbreak, and I was just like, you do know Trails Dawn coming out around the same time as Dawn Trail probably could cause some confusion that the people who are localizing it would probably want to avoid. You know, there's a chance it could cause... There's a chance there. There's a chance that they probably just went, should we just avoid this entirely? Even if it doesn't happen, and people are smart enough, which you'd like to think they are, to see the difference. There's also a general populace that are just idiots, and they know that. Title to begin. Oh, fair enough. I was saw a few people complaining about it, and I was just like, I think the titles... I like the idea of Trails Through Daybreak, because that sounds cool. At least to me, I think that's just a cool name. But I completely get, like, the business sense of, if it's supposed to come out in the middle of next year, at least I think that's what I heard, it means it's going to land, like, right next to Dawn Trail. And it's like, I don't think they want to be alongside Final Fantasy Dawn Trail. You know, I don't think they want their name in the same, like, ballpark, in that sense, sort of thing. So I think it just makes sense in a business sense to just make it Daybreak instead of Dawn, or Dawnbreak, sort of thing. summer. Yeah, then it'll be literally almost, probably even the same month as Dawn Trail. But I'm excited for it. With how much you've gushed about it, I'm excited for it. I don't know when it will come in, because I'm going to be playing so much goddamn catch-up after January and February that it'll probably be like winter next year before I actually get to it, assuming I get back to the Trails of Series full stop. Because I think I sent you that post where it's like in the span of 7 days, like there's like 9 titles releasing and like 6 of them I want to play, and I'm like, I want to scream. It's like, why is what, like Ace Attorney 4 through 6 is like January 26th, I believe. Tekken 8 is end of January. Grand Blue is February 1st. Persona 3 Remake is February 2nd. It's like, stop. Why are you doing this? Suicide Squad. I don't care for Suicide Squad, but that's February 3rd, I believe. So that's like right after that as well. It's like, come on. They took a surprise though. They took Hajimari and changed it to Reverie. Hajimari means festival. And Reverie, basically something for Fever Dream. Oh, fair enough. Much more egregious localized name, yeah. That's a good point. Hey, Haggle, can you come over here for a sec? What's up, kiddo? Oh, nice looking piece of fruit. Is that for me? No, please don't eat it. Listen, do you think we'd be able to grow it here in the village? Oh, that's a cinch. Just till the land and you're good to go. Thanks. Then, if I give you the details of what I want to do, could you take care of it? Sure, no problem. Yes. Great. Next, let's talk to Pamela and see what she thinks about selling it at her store. But I don't care, because Reverie sounds cooler. Yeah, and sometimes that's the better way to look at it, I feel. With certain localizations, it's like, oh, but they changed it. It's like, yeah, but it sounds sick. Like, sometimes it's okay to just make that difference, because sometimes it sounds cool. English. Yeah. Well, before Dawn to the game goes out in English. Yeah, fair enough. Side of town can be produced in the village by building growing areas. And try to grow useful items for yourself in order to secure a steady supply of goods. It's just a title. Yeah. I mean, heck, the most infamous... Well, one of the most infamous examples is Resident Evil. Resident Evil isn't called Resident Evil, it's called Biohazard. It's just, and when it got localized to the West, they changed the name to Resident Evil, and it's stuck. Or the other one, Like a Dragon, and how it's just called well, for the longest time, it was just called Yakuza in the West, when it's called Like a Dragon. That's how it changed. Yeah, exactly. Oh, can I back? Because this, I don't like this. I want the farms to be together, and so I'd have to move Pam's shop. I should have started moving, having Pam's shop on the other side. Actually, I'm gonna have the shops on this end then. It's like Pam is just sitting there going, "Whoa!" It's like everything's getting moved along. Infinite Wealth title. Apparently that wasn't the localizer decision. Apparently that was the Japan's team, that they wanted it to be called Infinite Wealth. The real question was, why was Yakuza 7 called Yakuza 7 in Japan and Yakuza Like a Dragon in the West? I mean, we kind of know why, actually. It's because they were planning on changing the name to Like a Dragon, so making the 7th game have Like a Dragon in the subtitle was a way of bridging the gap to make it so people who aren't aware of the background have a better understanding of it all. The Infinite Wealth, I imagine, is just going to be, like, you know, tied to the themes of the game. It's just, we'll have to play it and experience the story to find out. I do like that in some of the promotional art, the infinity symbol gets tilted to the side, so it becomes the 8. So you know it's the 8th game still. It's like, okay, that's kind of cute. What the fuck does that mean? But it seems like all the Like a Dragon games in Japan have subtitles. Like, every single one of them. It was only like 6 in the West that actually, you know, kept it. Which is weird. I don't know why Yakuza 6 is like the only one that kept its subtitle in the West and all the rest didn't. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that we won't know entirely until it's out. I am glad though that they're still, because it's still using the Dragon engine. There's still a PS4 version. But I think they were running out of Dragon engine games. They've already made it clear after Ishin that they want to move to a new engine because Ishin was on Unreal. But both Gaiden coming up in a couple months and 8 or Infinite Wealth are both on the Dragon engine, but it sounded like those games might be the last games to be on the Dragon engine, so I wouldn't be surprised if an inevitable Like a Dragon 9 is on a new engine and thus next gen only, because they'll probably make it like a more like HD photorealistic whatever, you know, they'll probably up it. Good having luck. Yeah. The reason why they've been wanting to get a new engine is because the Dragon engine, when it was built, firstly, the Dragon engine was built in 2015, so it's actually starting to get a little on in age. But the engine was built basically only for PlayStation in mind at the time. And now that the series is multi-platform, they have a lot of development constraints and struggles that they didn't have before, where they now have to consider the Xbox version and PC version, which they didn't have when they first built the engine. So I think that's the main reason why they want to move engines. They want to make something that's more multi-purpose, that they can make it easier to put on other platforms. Let's get that thing sold. Okay, that worked. I wish RGG Studios luck with that. Yeah, I'm curious what they would even do. I mean, I always bring it up, but RGG Studios get the most money to play with from Sega. So, the idea of them making a new engine... I wouldn't be surprised if they go to something else. Oh, is Unity? Oh, they're not. They're using Unreal. They used Unreal Engine 4 for Ishin. And it's assumed that they're going to be using Unreal 5. The newest one. Starting... after this, but we don't know that for a fact. We have no idea what's going on behind closed doors, you know? It's just assumed that they're going to go to Unreal 5. But no, yeah, no, they're not using Unity at all. I did see that Unity finally backpedaled from their bullshit of we're going to charge installs. It's only if you use their new model of Unity now. If you're using the old models, it doesn't count, and it's no longer retroactive. And it's like, well, it's still way too greedy because you're charging people to install your fucking game, and the trust is long since shattered. But at least old devs don't have to suddenly go back to their games and force it into a new engine. They can just leave it alone and not have to worry about suddenly getting random ghost charges because they decided to change the contract without saying so. But even then, that came with its own kind of oddity. They're making it that Unity is making it that the terms of service isn't there anymore. That it's assumed agreed, and I'm like, that is atrocious. Do not make it an assumed agreed, because then they can put anything in the terms and agreement. They can literally put anything they want in it then, if they're going to try and make it an assumed agreement instead. That doesn't sound legal, at least to me. 110. Like, I don't think they'll go back as much as like Yakuza 5 / original Ishin / 0 / Kurumi, whatever that engine was arguably like the best engine that the company's ever had. I think some of it's just like design philosophy of how they use the engine, not necessarily the engine itself. But it's a shame that lots of the engine itself was designed with one console in mind and not all the rest, and then it suddenly became multi-platform, and it's like now they suddenly have to care for all the rest, and so it ends up taking longer for them to like make certain things. it's still a win-win. For me, the best case scenario is the game being available on everything. So I love the fact that it's on Xbox and PC now, the Yakuza series. Yeah, and I hope they do. I mean, they already raised some eyebrows because when they started saying charging for installs with Unity, they just changed the contract that had already been signed, and that already raised some huge eyebrows, especially from developers that will absolutely jump on the opportunity to sue someone. Because there are Nintendo games that run on Unity, Pokemon Go and Pokemon BDSP both run on Unity. Nintendo, there's no way in hell Nintendo aren't going to rip them to shreds. They're probably still writing it now. Genshin, funnily enough, actually runs on Unity. A lot of people don't actually know that because they don't talk about it, but Genshin Impact actually runs on Unity. It's just modified. Selling nicely. Plus, various American companies would love a free W for the US legal system. Yeah, exactly. Also, there was already insider reports that at least 2 companies were writing a lawsuit to Unity. We don't know what 2 they are, but I can't help but shake the feeling it's the 2 I just mentioned. The ones that make absolute billions are absolutely going to shut down anything that's going to try and take money from them. So Nintendo with Pokemon and Hoyoverse with Genshin, I can imagine those 2 are the companies that were writing lawsuits. And I think even though Unity have backpedaled because of the backlash and everything, I don't think that'll stop it. I still think they'll still push and be like, hey, during this period of time, they tried to push this and tried to change the contract, and we are suing for this breach of trust, or things or something along that line. I'm no lawyer, but you get what I mean. Something along that line will probably get pushed. It's the sales report of the week. Sales aren't as good as hoping. I guess we can't rely on just reselling the things we gather. We need to start processing the materials and making our own merchandise if we want to create a more efficient sales model. Which probably means, yes, we're going to need some alchemists to help us. But are there any in the area? Good morning, Nelke. Oh, good morning, Nos. Getting a little strange. Everything okay? Well, I found something weird. I'm not sure what to do with it. What did you find? Look. This is an alchemy cauldron! When you see things like Eulers, it's because the US antitrust require it. Yeah. An alchemy cauldron? So you know what this is? Yep, it's a tool that alchemists use to do synthesis. Where did you find it? There's an empty house here in town I was letting a traveller stay at. I found it there. She's not there now, but it seems like she left it behind. Ah, she must have been an alchemist. I missed my chance. She probably hasn't gone too far. Last night she said she wanted to check out the forest just outside town. The forest? What could she be looking for? Oh, she said she was looking for a sage relic. She said the forest was a natural place to start. Sage? Nos, what do you know about sage relics? Oh, well, there's supposedly this ancient tree called the Granswelt tree. The Granswelt tree? Or Granswite. That's a relic we're here to search for. But it's just an old legend we've been passing down for generations. No one's ever seen the trees themselves. Although, they say that every few decades someone will stumble on some mysterious shining fruit. It's supposed to be the most delicious fruit ever, and one bite's enough to give you incredible strength. Strength? That's true, it must be a sage relic. Miss Nelke, you need to go and try and catch up to that alchemist. As you said, we need an alchemist to help develop the village, and also find the relic, correct? Yeah. That's right, we need to talk to her and convince her to help us. Then we better prepare our supplies and head out right away. Hold on, that forest is really dangerous. You can't be thinking of heading out there alone. It's fine, I'm actually pretty darn good with a sword. I've killed my fair share of monsters, you know. That smug face has come back, Nelke. I will destroy everything that would bring harm to Miss Nelke, she says with a smile. There's nothing to be worried about. But still, fine, I'm going with you. Forgive me for asking, but do you have any experience in battle? I hunt in the forest all the time, so I'd say so. Besides, you won't have to worry about getting lost with me there. Oh, great, good point. Great, let's get going. No sign of her yet. She must be further up ahead. Miss Nelke, while we're out here, why don't you see if you can find any useful materials to bring back? What's the order for? Right. So, oh right, I bet there's all kinds of stuff here that we could use for buildings and for alchemy. Indeed, with such vast natural resources before us, I'm sure you'll find plenty of quality items. What's this about alchemy materials? I've never seen anything around here but regular plants and stuff. You just have to know what you're looking at. For example, this plant can be used in both healing potions and neutralizing items. Ah, look. What, there's weeds? And these minerals can be refined into bomb ingredients, she says with a smile. You see, yeah. Well, it's like, you know what was like the biggest Giga Chad move? That was so cool, and it makes me so glad that it's a game that I really love. Terraria's dev, Relogic, even though none of their games are built on Unity, they heard about the Unity commotion and donated $100,000 each to 2 indie engine companies, the indie engine devs. So the Godot engine, and I forget what the other one's called. Like, they donated £100,000 both of them to enhance their development of independent engines to help them grow and become better and sort of things, so then they can find their footing more to become newer, like, game engines on the market. And then on top of it, they made a promise that every single month, until the indie companies themselves say they don't need it anymore, every single month moving forward, both of those companies are going to get $1,000. So they literally they're literally like, are getting a budget and are getting an allowance every month moving forward. They've got 100,000 out the gate and they're getting an extra grand every single month. So Relogic are like giving out $24,000, sorry, every year, like, between these two companies. Like, they're just paying their paychecks. I was like, that's so fucking sick. Like, that's such a, like, mic drop response. It's like, oh, Unity's fucking over developers? Well, anyway, we've donated $200,000 and an additional $24,000 every year to indie companies to make them find their footing in building game engines. I was like, fucking, that's amazing. Like, that's a huge mic drop, like, Giga Chad moment. Like, it was, like, the most vicious, like, fuck you, Unity. Like, and it's like, man, I'm glad I like Terraria. I'm glad that the Terraria devs are this goated. Because that's sick. That's genuinely so cool. And these minerals can be refined into bomb ingredients. If we're lucky, we might lose Yandere Simulator. Yeah, wouldn't that be a treat? Get rid of Yandev. Had a little pebble? I mean to sound rude, but has nobody in Westworld ever tried to gather materials for alchemy? Well, the only people who ever seem to have a use for that stuff is merchants and peddlers. Even if we knew what these things were good for, without an alchemist in town, see what I'm saying? But you really know your stuff, Nelke. Is this what you studied at the academy of yours? Well, not exactly. Academy students learn the basics of a whole bunch of different academic fields. It's important to learn the fundamentals of all major disciplines, even if it's not immediately useful. I am expected to lead others and give about orders, so it's essential that I know a little bit about everything. Wow, you aristocrat types are more amazing than I realized. Miss Nelke is indeed quite diligent, although one might describe her alchemical knowledge as overly detailed. Almost said academic, yeah. I probably will a few times. Is that so bad? It's coming in handy now, isn't it? I like that sprite of Nelke as well. Besides, you know I've always been interested in alchemy. Oh, really? Is there some particular reason for that? Well, I've always admired the sage from the old legends. That's what got me interested in alchemy at first. Sadly, I was never any good at it, but I could never get it right, no matter how hard I tried. But as an aristocrat, it is my duty to bring happiness to my people. In that way, I still want to follow in the sage's footsteps. I'm so used to, you can tell I'm tired, but I'm so used to reading that line as follow in my significant parent's footsteps. So I nearly went to say that, and I was like, in my sage's footsteps. I was like, no, wait. I think I know what you mean. So coming here to understand and develop our village is all part of your dream. That's right, although my work has only just begun. So I need to keep learning more and more. Eventually I plan to discover the sage relic myself and become just like the legendary sage. Well, if you're really that committed to it, I'm sure you'll make your dreams come true. Thanks, Nas. Anyway, I do know what to look for as far as materials are concerned. If you have any questions, fire away. Alright, I'll let you know if anything catches my eye. Great, now then, let's get back to work. Okay, let's do this right. The information we'll gather here will be crucial later on. Alright, let's see what we pick up. Not sure how useful. Oh! He's still talking. Useful for, we can just take it with us. Is that? A monster, yep. It's Nelke. Way ahead of you. Misty, Nos, let's do this. Oh, there is RPG battle stuff. Oh, I thought it was just going to be Farmville. Never mind. I was really committed, expecting it to just be Farmville. Alright, if you encounter a monster during investigation, battle begin. Defeat the monsters to win the battle, but if everyone gets knocked out, you lose and the investigation ends. During battle, each character's turn gauge will move to the right. When it reaches the edge, okay, yeah, the usual time thing. Yeah, I see it. Oh, it's a lot more. You can tell this is a spin-off with less budget, where it's like the fixed camera angle, fixed positions, the side characters aren't really moving. Skills you in battle can be used consuming drive. Drive builds up each time a character attacks. The more drive you have, the faster you act. Drive can be used to speed up your turn, or execute it as a special skill. Oh, okay. And it brings them to the... Yeah, true. Max drive depends on dex. If you want to increase your max stat, increase dexterity. Damn! Damn! This maid is kidded. Well, what's next? With, like, after Kuro / Daybreak. Like, is it Daybreak 6? I know it's supposed to be, like, the start of a new arc. So it's like, is the next game in that arc already, like, on the way? Or is it already out in Japan? You know what I mean? Like, where are we standing with this? Characters continue to act, the burst gauge will slowly increase. Once this is full, press triangle to burst and temporarily boost character abilities. It carries across battles during each investigation, so use it as you see fit. Try using it now, press triangle. Daybreak Crimson Sin. Ooh. Fair enough. Not too shabby. Well done, Miss Nelke. You two are pretty good. I had no idea you could fight like that. And I've been training since I was a little kid, so I know how to take care of myself. Well, I don't know. I mean, probably, but you never know. With how, like, cracked they've been in, like, pumping out these localizations, even if there's things you can criticize about them, the fact they've been pumping them out real quick, it gives me the impression they're trying to make the localizations catch up with the main releases now. Especially now the series is way more popular in the West. So maybe they'll be pushing for it, but obviously we won't know. I'm a little kid, so I know how to take care of myself. Sooner or later, a time will come when you have to be able to defend yourself. That's what I think. I think they're trying to make the localizations catch up so that eventually they can be out alongside them and start having both done. That would be nice. I don't know if that will happen because I know there's a lot of planning and things like that that has to be in place, and maybe the Japanese devs just don't want to have to change all their schedules to accommodate, and they just want to let the localization team handle their thing in their own time after they're done. But we'll have to see. Good point, but you know, these monsters were acting kind of strange. They looked like they were in some kind of panic. Now that you mention it, it didn't seem that they attacked out of hunger. Maybe they were running away from something? Ah! Nelke, get back. You're a big one, aren't you? Grr. Grr? That's... Run! What? It's Nelke. Oh, wow. Marie, way to make yourself look adorable. You thought you could run from the amazing Marie? As if. Okay. I do think, like, it's wild that they don't have, like, a dedicated international company. Like, because Falcom as a company has been around for ages. I don't know how long exactly, but it feels like they've been around for forever. And it's one of those things where you just would have assumed there was a Falcom US. And maybe there is, it's just not as active, or whatever reason. Aren't you that village chief guy? Where'd you come from? Any 90s or 80s? Then yeah, exactly. What the heck was that thing? And what are you throwing at it? That's my one-of-a-kind special bomb. I've never seen a monster like this before, so I wanted to harvest its materials, but it managed to escape. About a clouded leopard entertainment? No, I've never heard of that. So this time, I used my special invention to keep it from happening again. So you're the reason those monsters were panicking earlier. Yeah, probably. Anyway, what are you doing way out here, and who are those girls behind you? Oh, well, we came here looking for you. We wanted to let you know you forgot your cauldron. And they published the Chinese and Koreans that's in charge. Oh, that's probably why I haven't heard of them then. Funnily enough, I don't really look into the Chinese and Korean dubs. I must have left it out while I was synthesizing. Synthesizing? Does that mean you're an alchemist? Yep, sure am. And who are you? I'm Nelke, daughter of the Lord of Westworld. I've been sent here to take over as administrator. And I'm Miss Nelke's maid. My name is Misty. I have a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, so you're an aristocrat? Well, hello. My name is Malone. Oh, but you can call me Marie. The former dropout. That sounds a bit mean. That sounds mean. I see. Well, Marie, if you don't mind me asking, are you perhaps some sort of traveler adventurer? Yep. I've been wandering the land, learning about all the different places in the world. How about you? Actually, we're here to see you. There's something we'd like to ask you. What is it? Well, I heard that you're interested in the Grandswide tree. Oh, that's right. I heard about this super mysterious tree. Mysterious? Where is she? I don't know. Is Lydia and Sully in this game? I know Sophie and Ferris are, but this coming out around the time of Lydia and Sully? Is Lydia and Sully in this, or no? It's a mysterious tree. No one's ever seen it. It caught my attention right away. No. Oh. I'm going to infer and see if we can uncover it. The next question will be, is it Kid Ferris from Atelier Ferris, or is it grown-up Ferris from Lydia and Sully? Because I know in, like, the new mobile game, it's grown-up Ferris. And I was like, I'm kind of really happy it's grown-up Ferris. Like, I see. Well, I have a proposal for you. Would you be interested in settling down for a while in Westworld? I'm sure your research would go a lot quicker with the base operations in the area. That sounds really nice, but are you sure? Of course, we'd be thrilled if you decide to open up an atelier in the village. An atelier? Yep, my goal is to develop the land and build new facilities in order to expand Westworld. And I'd like to ask for your skills as an alchemist to help me do that. Wait, as long as we can make on stream, we're dumb enough to not know how to read a readme and accidentally brought both versions. Oh, Jesus, fair enough. You live and you learn, I suppose. If it was on, if it was on Steam, did you at least get to refund the other one? So as an alchemist, how we do that? And that's Atelier in town. Are you sure it's okay? Absolutely, we need your help, Marie. Plus, as the town grows, and so will the population, which will give you even more opportunities to learn about the tree. You do have a point. Okay, then I'm going to join up with you guys for a while. Really? Oh, you bought it more than 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Researching the tree is part of it, of course, but also, how often do you get a chance to help a town develop? Besides, there's lots of interesting materials around here, so I'd love to take time to study those too. thanks, and we really owe you one. Oh no, I'm happy to do it. Isn't this wonderful, Miss Nelke? Now then, why don't we head back to town? The construction project just about finished. Marie, is something wrong? Why don't you go ahead? I need to take care of something. Sure, no problem. We'll wait for you back in town. Okay. You discovered that team and discovered how to read. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I better send out a message so we can meet up later. That's Sage Relic. Things are really starting to get interesting. Weekday. What? But are CLE trained, or not trained, but like their development focus is for English as well? Like, is that their specialty, or is it a team that they don't like doing English dubs, or you know what I mean? Because if they can do English, then it would be an interesting call, then yeah. But at the same time, there's also the point of if they're used to having Nisa do it, they're gonna keep Nisa doing it because it's just consistent business. You know, if the game's still selling well and selling better than they ever done in the West, which they are, why change? You know. Logo is in English. That doesn't mean anything, dude. English is a commercial language, not an inherent one. Mostly for Twitter arguments. Anyway, welcome back. Hey, how did you get here before us? Oh, I flew back on my broom. Oh, she's a witch. But broom? I've never seen a living human fly before. You're like a witch. Oh, say Pamela gets me. Out of one of those old fairy tales. There's some there. Well, it's Twitter. People want to start a fight on Twitter, 99% of the time, they're not saying it because they genuinely have a point or anything like that. They're saying it because they're trying to bait people into getting angry at them. Your best bet, usually, when people do that shit, is to just block them and move on, because nothing will piss them off more than no one taking their bait. I'll say, I'm amazed you were able to recruit someone like that right off the bat. Oh no, Marie's the amazing one, but I had no idea you could use alchemy to even make things like that. Oh? You don't have these kind of things where you're from? Where I'm from? No, not as far as I'm aware of. And if Nelke isn't aware of something, you're safe in assuming it doesn't exist. I guess things are pretty different in this part of the world. Okay, Nelke, go ahead and tell me what kind of items to make. Me? Of course, you're in charge of developing the village, right? It makes sense for me to focus on making what you need. Oh yeah, absolutely. I only ever see people, even about the localization stuff, people had problems with, the naming and all that shit. I only ever saw it on Twitter. The Reddit community didn't mention it. YouTube, people playing the games and whatnot, didn't mention it. Outside of you, I know you brought it up a couple times sort of thing, but it's it seemed like outside of Twitter, people weren't that fussed about some of the localization changes. At least from me as an outsider. I'm sure if I was more involved, I'd notice it more often, but at least as an outsider, it really seemed like not that many people cared. It was just Twitter being Twitter again. Charge of developing the village, right? It makes sense for me to focus. Besides, if you don't know what it is, or isn't possible, who knows what kind of fun things you might come up with. I see, well I guess it's worth a shot. Now let's get started, what would you like me to make? Well... Oh, I've been meaning to ask, what's the matter, Miri? Are you really sure it's okay for me to be using my room to synthesize? The village manages the house you're staying in, and it's been empty for a while, so as long as Nelke doesn't mind. Actually, Marie, since you're here to help us out, I think it's only fair we build you a proper atelier. You mean it? Hagel, could I ask you to take care of it? You've got it. If you can imagine it, I can build it. Thank you. Let's get started on building her an atelier. Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait. It's 3 by 3, okay. I want the atelier on the end. know, let's go for a different look. Let's put an Academy Atelier down. Why is Pamela angry? Oh, fair enough. Oh, whoops. I'm so used to, like, the games defaulting you to no when you go to click on a menu that I instinctively, like, press the button. Because like, when you're turning in a quest in, like, any Atelier game, that you say, do you want to turn these in? No? No, put it on yes for default, come on. Okay, kiddo, we're all done. Wow, what a wonderful Atelier. Thanks, Haggle. So, Marie, what do you think? It's perfect. Excellent. Then it's okay with you, because you get the work starting next week. You got it. Mark 2 victories. Oh, I know they were involved in that. That was before Idea Factory International was a thing. Where are you going, Miss Nelke? I thought I'd go and see Marie. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and talk with her yet. Besides, I'm really eager to learn more about alchemy. I see, so that's your intention. What's wrong with that? Anyway, I'm gonna get going now. Visit residents to build your relationship with them. This will also lead to a wide variety of events with each person. Visiting someone can lead to 4 different types of events, which are indicated by their own icons. First, you can talk with the resident. This will allow you to increase friendship and unlock new story moments. Second is, you can initiate special events that will increase friendship with the resident as well as the rest of town. You can unlock new facility ideas. And you can also get quests. Receive requests or suggestions. Okay, so build friendship, helps everyone, get new, not recipes, get new quests. Got it. Twitter in general isn't a fan of local. Most of Twitter, I swear, are literally just the 4Kids bitches. Just the people who just blame everything wrong with localization because they grew up with 4Kids is really questionable localizations. And they just refuse to see past the fact that 4Kids have been dead for nearly 2 decades. And localizations as a whole, even though there's still problems here and there, obviously, because of like, different changes, some are different weird name changes or whatever, people treat it like localizations as a whole are just pure sin. And it's like, I'm tired of that shit. And it always comes across as people that just grew up with that era and refuse to let that era go. And they just think it's still happening today. And it's like, no, it's not been that way for fucking decades. It was literally like 2006 or 7, I think, 4Kids stopped doing dubs. And besides, even with 4Kids being so questionable, like, with its localization, 4Kids was also, like, the only reason most kids in the early 2000s, or even, like, late 90s, was even aware of shit like One Piece. Or, like, you know, like the Pokemon anime or Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, like, no other, like, company was interested in doing it. 4Kids was, like, the only one that was remotely interested in dubbing these animes. So, even if in age they're kind of bad, they're also, like, the only reason some of these things even, like kids in the early 2000s were even exposed to it. I know I was. Yeah, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. And the fucking graveyard scene. That was like the biggest. That was the biggest one. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That was brutal. That was like, oh Jesus Christ. Because the scene looks so dumb now in the 4Kids version compared to the original. Because the dude's at a graveyard giving his final farewell to his father, and 4Kids for some reason thought that was too much for kids. So censored out every single grave. So it's just some dude standing over an empty field. Like just completely blank empty field. Talking about his wishes for his missing, not dead, missing, like, friend or whatever it was. And it's just like, this looks so stupid. Like you look at the original version and he's giving his best wishes to his like dead dad in front of a grave, and now suddenly it's a giant empty field. He's just crouched down in front of grass. It's like, this looks so fucking stupid. Not even a pit. Exactly. And there's no way we would have ever got I wanna be the very best like no one ever was. But how did he get those powers? He took a bite of gum gum. Then you wouldn't have got that shit. From, like, One Piece. Or it's time to duel. Yeah. Okay, that's cute. Little artiste. Fucking Bob Ross's daughter over here. Sister Kaiba narrator? Yeah, it was Seto Kaiba. The guy who voiced Seto Kaiba was also the voice of Brock and James in Pokemon, and he was also narrator for One Piece. He was also something else in Bleach, but he was also like a businessman within 4Kids, so it just made sense to have him involved in anything anyway, like the actual actor. Like it's like, well, he's right there. He's already in the studio because he does a lot. Like he did like a lot of business stuff at the time. Keep him around. Yeah. Okay, that's cute. If you go hang out with Pamela, you hang out with all the Pamelas. That's cute. You hang out with Gramnid, the two Iris ones. That I know that on the party list at the bottom, the second from last one is Mana, because she's a student in the school, so she's younger. Let's go visit Marie. Hello, Marie. Hi, Nelke. Is everything okay? Oh, everything's fine. I just thought you've been here a little while now, so I should pay you a proper visit. I'm probably hyper-devotation, but instead of them, it's Pamela. But like, come on, you can't blame me. It's cool that all the Pamelas are together. It's like, I just like, let me live there. I want to share a house with them all. Oh, it is very nice of you. It makes me kind of nervous knowing I'm dealing with a proper aristocrat. Not at all, please just relax. I'm not here on official business anyway. Oh, I see, okay then. So what do you usually do on your days off? Yeah. Actually, last week, I spent some time investigating the area outside of town to try and find things that might help with its development. Wow, you mean you're to keep busy, huh? Oh, I know, Nelke, could you take me with you on your next time you go out and do an investigation? Oh, I don't mind, but wouldn't I just get in your way? Not at all. More is always better when you have to take on monsters. Besides, if we head out together, it'll give us a chance to learn from each other. You've got nothing to lose. Okay, let's head out together. I'd love the chance to see you in action. Great, I'm looking forward to it. Some characters will be able to accompany you in investigations. These characters can help you gather materials, or use special skills to provide support in battle. You have to visit a character to unlock their ability to accompany you. Make sure they pay plenty of visits to everyone. Kirsten, Leonie, or Elmira. Yeah, I still think the latter, or Elmeria, is the more likely one with Firis, but still. But in saying that, in the manga, that's after Lydia and Sully, it's only Firis and Leonie that are with each other. So who knows? Because let's say Firis and Leonie aren't in the manga that much because they want to investigate something, and so they separate from the rest of the group. So it's Sophie, Plotchta, and then Lydia and Sully, and that's like that group. So it's like I'm kind of curious. Where that's going, like what are they investigating? The Farine Plains is unlocked. A variety of routes to choose from. To unlock a new investigation route, you'll have to spend a certain amount of money to invest in it. Strawberry Panic, man. Strawberry Panic, yeah. Select a route and press triangle to open up the invest menu so you can make investments to unlock new routes. Unlock route War God book, Dragon Scale book, Scholar book, Runner book, Awakening, Traveler. Oh, you get bonus experience if you reach the end. Oh, we have a decent amount of money. Investigating will also give you various bonuses. Note that these bonuses are only active in the areas you've invested in. Here we come, Marashi. Once investigation route has been unlocked, you can then investigate the next route. If you have some money to spare, it's a good idea to make investments to expand your investigation range. Oh, we're nearly level 2. Special bomb toss. Artena Ornament, Spirit Orb, Thunder of the Gods. I mean, I'm gonna try and get the people that you're supposed to get the most. Like you're supposed to get the most, but at the same time, I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be some favoritism in this party building. If we're gonna start getting like Alchemists all across the franchise, there's gonna be some favoritism. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there now. I'll try and get who's best suited for each scenario and whatnot, but there's gonna be some times where it's like I just want this person in. And many events can happen during investigation, including battles. If you reach the end of the investigation route, you'll unlock the next. Walking will gather materials for you automatically, making it a good way to collect. If you have enough time during your holiday, you can reach the furthest point simply by walking. Press R1 to run, which will allow you to travel further. However, you cannot gather materials while running. You'll also encounter monsters while running, so choose whether to walk or run based on the situation. I'll just keep walking. It feels like we're less in the tutorial now. Oh, that clock moves quick. I can see why it says, hey, you might want to run from time to time. Each character is categorized as either attack or support. Nelke and Missy will fight as attacks, and Alchemists will be fighting as support. Attackers will use their own skills when their turn comes around. On their turn, support characters will act automatically based on the situation. Support characters all start out with powerful special skills, which they can use by consuming 5 drive. You can use these skills by pressing X when the turn gauges are in motion, deciding which characters to use. In addition, to the currently selected manual mode, you can also select auto and semi-auto. You can change this with the bumpers on the top of the screen. Attack characters will only use their regular attack, speeding up battle a little. However, you will not be able to use support characters, so don't use this mode if you want to still use supports. Auto mode should also mainly be used against monsters you know you can defeat easily, so just clean up. Semi-auto will also use regular attacks automatically, but you can still also input skills ahead of time. Oh, so semi-auto is kind of like Blue Reflection Second Light then. Where it's like you can, like, things will happen automatically, like for your party members, but you can still step in and do something. Like, it's when you put the characters on auto mode in Blue Second Light. Got it. I'll leave it on manual for now since we're still early on. Battle, you can pause. Here you can flee or check your status. If you're defeated in battle, you will lose some materials. When fleeing, you will keep them. However, fleeing will end the investigation, so only run away if you absolutely can't win. And you can check status for each condition. So you can see the lost status ailments to have and how long they'll last. It allows you to keep track of character details. Oh, so you can just bring this up whenever. Got it. Okay, Miss Nelke, please don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, what have you found? I wonder what other what order the alchemists will be. Like, are we going to get all the Salberg alchemists first? Or like, is it going to start jumping around? Because I get them making it Marie first, because she's the first one, and in an anniversary title you might as well start with the original. But it's like, are they going to start jumping around? Are we going to get a Dusk character in? Are we going to get Mysterious in? Are we going to suddenly get like we're going to get Mr. I forget his name from Mana Khmer. Are we going to get Iris from Iris 3? Investigation, have you excused me? Just because I was trying to get to the end before the time ran out. Thank you, whoever left this treasure chest here. Perfect result, well done. Oh, okay. Oh, weekday, that's my face when I've got paperwork to do. That is the face of terror. She's like, oh! Alchemists who have come to Westworld have provided the following recipe. Beer. Alright, Marie. I see you. The recipe, you must have a recipe which needs to be the materials you need. Alchemists may give you recipes when they first arrive in town or when you become close friends with them. Do your best to increase your friendship level with each alchemist. I see you, Marie. Okay, so what should I make? Now that you've cleared the investigation route, you can now dispatch job requests. Dispatching to an investigation route will earn you lots of materials, so you should send residents as often as possible. Now that you have an alchemist in town, you can request the synthesizing of items. Rare items synthesized using alchemy can be sold for a high price. For now, let's assign Marie to the atelier and use her to synthesize command to make some beer. Oh, it's a remix of the Marie theme. Okay. So, does that mean it's going to play a remix of the of an Atelier theme, depending on what alchemist you have in? So what you're saying is that I can get a remix of Sophie's theme? Each item has its own cost. As long as you keep it within a maximum affordable cost, you can make up to 10 at once. Maximum cost indicated top right part of the screen. When alchemist levels up, the cost will increase, which means the cost of each level synthesis will reduce. So let's make add new to create a list. Recipe selection screen will display each time, yada yada. You can also view detailed information for the available items. Be sure to confirm the materials you'll need in order to perform the synthesis, as well as the synthesis cost. If you don't have enough items, it will be indicated in red. Check the registration section of the wish list to see where you can obtain the required materials. Each item has a set level, and if the alchemist level is lower than that, they can't make it. Or this is more likely to fail. If it fails, the total number of items created will be reduced, so be aware of consequences. So now let's make the beer. But now we'll just request 10. It's now full. Set confirm to finalize your request. Got it. You can leave that to me. I'm going to get this whole village drunk. As she goes. You've now finished your synthesis request. The item you finished will be ready in a turn. If you don't modify your settings, the same items will continue to synthesize on subsequent turns. However, you can only keep making them as long as you have the materials. So it's like, I've imagined the whole game is. I imagine it's going to be like you can auto set out people to investigate. So eventually, as the game goes on, I imagine you'll do less and less personal investigating because you'll have more things start actively also flowing through turns. Also, you can't use materials obtained on a turn in a synthesis on that same turn. In other words, you can only use the materials which you already possess to start. You can see which materials are used to synthesize in the storage menu. You see the items you gain from synthesis or cultivation and which can be consumed. The town will reflect whatever settings you choose to use to give it a try. Oh yeah, and we have some stuff for like the starter pack stuff. Because they're from Pamela's shop. They're from Haggle, I think. Is everything alright, Miss Nelke? You look troubled. Hey, Misty, I'm glad you're here. Let's ask your help. Of course, what do you need to do? Well, as the village continues to grow, it's becoming more and more active. Indeed, there are many more people here helping to develop the village. Right, but it also means we need to gather more information in order to manage to operate the village. We need to know who's doing what kind of work, and everyone is let me read that again, because I finished on a sentence stop that wasn't there. We need to know who's doing what kind of work everyone is doing, and the results of that work, and we need to track the village's needs. Could I ask you to compile all of this operational information for me each week? Is that all? I've already prepared all relevant information. I have the document right here. What? When did you manage to do that? I thought you may want such information soon, so I've been preparing it in my free time. I knew I could count on you, Misty. Thank you so much. Not at all. It's merely my duty as your maid. I'll be sure to deliver the same information each week moving forward. Yes, please. Misty will gather all necessary information for you, track your results, and aim to become a booming metropolis. Oh, I did a lot of spending. Must deal with the population and earnings. This graph will show you population. This is your earnings. You can see income versus expense. Construction costs and hiring costs will be included here too. Hiring cost depends on sale amount by citizens. You will pay more than the basic hiring cost. Yeah, so we're at a net loss currently, but we've only just started. So we had to make some early investments. Oh! That's a cool little graph, tells you what's missing. Here's a general economic situation in the town. You see the results of facilities and other tasks. If we have a shortage of personnel or resources, you'll see warning signs and highlighted problem spots. Get a good understanding of the town's economy and take appropriate measures. A detailed result information can be seen here. Press and hold square to view additional details. Lastly, citizens who have worked especially hard and gained lots of experience points will be chosen to be the weekly MVP. Citizens will gain additional experience and ranking if they're delegated to work for difficult jobs. So they get Employee of the Month awards, got it. Keep that in mind when assigning citizens their tasks. The highest ranking citizens will be rewarded in your name. Evaluating and recognizing individual efforts should help deepen the trust and friendship throughout town. Also, the friendship level in citizens that earned the weekly MVP will increase more quickly. Ta-da! What do you think? It's fantastic, thanks Marie. Glad to hear it. I guess you won't mind if I stick around then. Of course, I'd be happy to have you as our alchemist for as long as you want to stay. Well then, I'll be happy to stay as long as you need me. So Miss Nelke, what's next on the agenda? Well, for now, my goal is just to keep finishing tasks while also watching our budget and gathering resources for the village. You know, standard shit. Ultimately, I want the town to grow into a thriving metropolis, so I will need to finish each task as quickly as possible. Metropolis? It's only a large goal you set for yourself. Well, that's the point of a goal, right? The bigger the better, I say. What a wonderful way to look at it, Miss Nelke. I just had no idea you thought that far ahead. But the problem for now is our labour pool. The fact is we need more people here. No worries there. I've already arranged for some extra help. Huh? Oh, there she is now. Finally caught up to you, Marie. I don't know who this is yet. I think I know who it is, but I don't know. Sorry about that. So, you know how I get ahead of myself sometimes. She can fly too. I had a feeling. I was like, is it the next Salberg protagonist? The one that we're going to need to get to know? Because she's going to be the protagonist of the next one. That's so awesome. How does it do that? I want to learn all about it. Miss Nelke? Sorry. Marie, who's this? Her name's Ellie. She's kind of like my protege. Technically, my name is Elfir, but everyone calls me Ellie. Hello, Ellie. I'm going to get to know you especially well when the inevitable Ellie remake comes around. Marie's biggest admirer, Elfir Tarm. Nice to meet you. Marie said you're her protege, so does that mean you're an alchemist too? Yep, I was actually travelling with Marie, but we were chasing down a monster and got separated. That was so annoying. It's your fault. If I hadn't heard you were here, I never would have found you on my way back to you. I know, sorry. She hadn't heard. Did Marie tell someone where she would be staying? By the way, what's the deal with this atelier? It looks like you made everything in here yourself, Marie. Oh, I decided to open up an atelier here. I want to help develop the town. You're gonna help too, right? What? Why are you volunteering me all of a sudden? Come on, just follow me. We can sort out the details over a cup of tea. Wait, hold on, Marie! Nelke, just leave everything to me. And he's like, I didn't sign up for this! Okay. Two alchemists now. I have a feeling things are going to get very lively around here. Yes, it's really exciting. I can just imagine how great this village could become. Oh, and now we get our intro. I wonder if this is going to be a copyrighted song, because they tend to be. Speaking of, in Crystar, you know that really sick boss theme that played when we was fighting Sen? It's called Flame. That's a copyrighted track. Because because it has a... Although I couldn't find it, apparently it has vocals in it somewhere. When I was listening to it, I could only hear instrumentals. Ah! No, ah! There's it. Don't... Ah! Sorry, hang on, getting distracted. Beerus the Foodaholic. Ah, Liddy! Ah, and there's Iris just next to her on the right. Sorry. Oh my god, this is so cute. There's a Suli fucking around the back. Verona and Sophie, and it's like Sophie in an OG costume. I just got like fucking flashbang with so many characters that I love. Like I'm just like I had to take a second. But yeah, Flame got copyright claimed. The stream that last stream where I fought Sen, and that stream got copyright claimed because I stopped to listen to the music. That was an adorable intro. I love that. Oh, there were so many faces I got to see again, but that also confirmed that Iris is in it. Because Iris is a bit more in the Iris games, the actual character is kind of a bit more tucked away, which is why she doesn't show up till the third game. So actually seeing her there was actually kind of nice. What's up, Misty? Your father has sent us the details about your first official task. So it's finally here, huh? Let's have a look. Increase the pot by 100. Oh geez, it sounds like Maruru's. First task seems it shouldn't be very difficult. Yeah, as long as we set a decent pace for developing the village, we should finish it no problem. Let's focus on the task starting for now. When's our deadline? Indeed, so how should we begin? Well, first, I'd like to talk to the townsfolk and find out what they want. It's a wonderful thought, although it may be difficult to fulfill all of their requests. Maybe, but this village belongs to everyone, right? It's my duty to hear what they all have to say. Once we hear everyone's requests, we'll have a better idea of what the town really needs. And that means we'll figure out the best way to develop the village. Wonderfully put, Miss Nelke. You are correct, of course. I assume you'll want to meet with the townsfolk yourself, to better aid in planning your development ideas. Yep, but thinking about it, I guess that means we have a lot of work to do. Are you sure you can handle it, Miss Nelke? Of course! Marie and Ellie are here now, so I'm sure it'll be fine. We just have to roll up our sleeves and get used to the workload. It's going to be tough on you too, Misty, but I can't do it without you. Of course, I always put forth my every effort to assist you, as always. I'm glad to hear that. Let's get to work. Goal 1. Develop into a healthy village. In operations this week, so when we take a second to go over the basics. Of course, I've already compiled the necessary information. Always one step ahead. Now then, you have two main goals during the game. As a designated village administrator, your first goal is to help the town grow and increase its population. But we'll need money to develop the land and build facilities, and to pay people to help with everything, of course. Which means we'll need to develop different businesses in order to generate steady income. Step 1. Obtain the materials from land you investigate and turn it into growing areas. Synthesize items to analyze and be sold at merch. Take it to the shop. Set up shops to actually sell them. Collect whatever money remains after labour costs and other expenses have been deducted. Well, we've got Marie and Ellie here to help out, so I'm sure we'll be able to generate plenty of income. Then we can turn around and use these earnings to build more facilities and sell more goods. As sales go up in each sector, the economy will grow, leading to an increase in total population. Population growth has been slow till now, so we definitely need to focus on improving the economy to attract more residents. On top of the father's orders, you have to complete other tasks in town. Oh, there it is. You have turns. Got it. You have to be given subtasks. If you're at a loss for what you should be doing, look at the subtask for your economic inspiration, which leaves you the other major objective. Right, I have to try and solve the mystery behind the local legend of the Grandsworth tree. I need to help the alchemists and other citizens to unravel this. Indeed, maintaining a good relationship with the local residents will be of utmost importance. Your friendship level will show how close you are to each resident. You can increase this level by completing jobs requests and doing other favours for your people. If you want to become closer to a specific person, be sure to visit them as much as possible and accept any requests you can from them. That should be all for now. Thank you very much, Misty. Investments have been unlocked for the investigation area. Invest aggressively to increase your investigation effectiveness. Say, Nelke, I've heard you've been taking Marie with you on your expeditions. Is that true? Sure, she comes with me sometimes. Come on, why haven't you asked me? It's not like we're strangers. Oh, I didn't realise you wanted to. Of course I do. I can't imagine all the unique stuff this world has for me to gather. Going exploring with you would give me a chance to discover what your world has to offer. I guess that makes sense. Okay then, next time I'm going to head out, I'll be sure to let you know. I'm going to hold you to that. Ellie can go with you too. Well, it takes a decent chunk of time to do that. Let's hang out to the army of Pamelas. Wow, she must be really tired. She's so cute when she's asleep. Maybe I should give her a little scare. Good evening. A ghost has come to visit you. Oh, Pamela. You weren't scared? No, that's no fun. Here, Miss Nelke, you'll catch a cold if you fall asleep here. Come on, let's get you into bed. Why don't we talk to tomorrow, Pamela? I'm not Pamela, Miss Nelke, it's Misty. You must be exhausted. Miss Nelke, you sure are a handful. Good morning, Miss Nelke. Did you sleep well last night? I did. I'm feeling well rested this morning. That's good, but please be careful not to fall asleep at your desk. Is that what happened last night? Indeed, and you also mistook me for Pamela. Huh? I did, but Pamela was here. I'm afraid not. You didn't have any visitors last night. No, that can't be true. I talked to her, I'm sure of it. I assure you, you didn't. It's so strange. Hello, Pamela. Please excuse the intrusion. Oh, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry to bother you while you're working, but can I ask you something? How exciting. I'm not that busy today, so you can ask me as many somethings as you want. Well, did you come see me in my office last night? Huh? Miss Nelke believes you were able to enter the manor without my knowledge. I don't believe I saw you last night. I thought as much. Really? I guess I was just mistaken. Maybe you were just half asleep and imagined it? I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, sorry for bothering you. Oh, going so soon? Sorry, we have a lot to do today. If you'll excuse us, Pamela. This really is odd. Like you're not convinced, Miss Nelke. I'm still completely certain I saw Pamela. I'm going to go talk to her again. Maybe she's the one that was half asleep. I'm worried our persistence is only going to distract her from her duties. In that case, you don't need to come with me. You go on ahead, I'll catch up with you. Very well, if you insist. Now I'm committed. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. Let's go see Pamela one more time. You're going to come see me? My Pamela? Pamela? Did you come to talk to me? Not exactly. I just sort of showed up here without realising it. Okay, anyway, I have to ask one more time. Ask what one more time? Huh? 2 Pamelas? Did you just say my name? 3 Pamelas? 3 what? The kid Pamela? 4? What the heck is going on? What's with her? She wasn't surprised at all last night. I'm going to give her another shot. Nelke, just you wait. Oh god, we're friends with every Pamela. And that'll get us to know Haggle better. Ooh, Ingrid. And Arlen. Let's go hang out with... I know we're burning time, but we still got half a day after this. Who's that? So she might be in trouble. Allow me to investigate. Thank you, Misty. Can I help you, young lady? Did you get separated from your mother? Huh? You talking to me? No, not at all. Don't be afraid. I'm kind of like the boss around here. If there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Really? Well, actually, I was working on a synthesis, and I got stuck on this one part. Synthesis? Are you saying this tiny little kid like you is an alchemist? Oh, this is Ingrid from the third game. Because the third game's based 20 years before the first two, of the Salberg saga. So this is Kid Ingrid. That didn't even cross my mind. I knew she looked a bit younger, but I didn't really give it a thought. So I'm just putting my phone on charge. So I'm moving around. Oh, really? But isn't Salberg where Marie is from? Oh, I think I pressed the button by accident. Right now I'm a student at Salberg, yeah. That's true. I don't recall either her or Ellie ever mentioning an alchemy academy. You're right. Maybe we should talk to them and find out more. Say, what's your name? It's Ingrid. Ingrid? Haven't I heard that name somewhere before? Okay, Ingrid. Would you like to come with me? I'm sure I can help you out once we get to the manor. Really? Yeah, absolutely. Well then, Miss Nelke, with your permission, I'll go ahead and summon Marie and Ellie. Thank you, Misty. Miss Nelke, I brought the two. Thanks a lot, Misty. Misty said you met a new alchemist. A new girl? I'm sorry, but I don't think either of us know anyone like that. Please, I'd appreciate if you just take a second to talk to her. Here she is. She said her name was, I'm Ingrid. Huh? Huh? Please wait here just a second. Yeah, we'll be right back. What the heck is going on? Isn't that Miss Ingrid? Yeah, isn't she just adorable? That's true. She's so small and cute now. But geez, this is so depressing. Not only can she travel across dimensions, but now she can travel through time too. She's just so amazing. Wait, that's not what's important right now. What the heck are we gonna do? I think for now we just have to look after her ourselves. Yeah, I don't really see any other option. Now, Kit, please let us take care of her for the time being. Oh, you don't need to go to all that trouble. She can stay here with us at my manor. Really, it's fine. All alchemists are basically brothers. Brothers? Sisters! She meant sisters! Marie. Anyway, we'll take her with us. They're acting very strange. Still, Marie has a point. Maybe it's better to let the alchemists take care of themselves. Has it increased? So everyone else went to level 2 and it just stayed put over there. Oh, I can't keep on hanging out. I need to go do investigations. Let's go. I'll try and do a couple like normal like turns to kind of get a feel for everything like properly, and then I will wrap up. Why is like the whole gang rushing to it? Oh my god. Look at this. It's like get him. It's like swarming to get it. Oh, trophy unlocked. Novice Exterminator. Defeat 10 monsters. We're on the board. It took us the whole stream, but we got there. You okay, Miss Nelke? Please don't push yourself too hard. It's fine. bread, stone, and timber. Feature to synthesize new items. Register your desired item in the info. Registered items have a star icon next to make them easier to find. Because the original registered, press square to add it. Registered, you don't have enough materials. If necessary, you can add materials to your wish list. So flower, if you register, press X. That's if we wish this tutorial, quite versatile to make good use of it. Oh, we get bombs, sweets, and neutralizers. Got it. You can earn additional income by selling synthesized items in your stores. Let's ask Pamela to sell the beer that you requested earlier. Now then, let's ask Haggle for... Request placement here made here. Oh, okay. I was going to see if there's anyone better to put on the store. So I'm just rearranging now at this point. And there's the Pamela Apocalypse. The Haggle Apocalypse. Douglas, Aaron. We have a totally... Yeah, we even have, like, the old one. According to them, the original Haggle from, like, the first game isn't... Like, from, like, the Salbook Saga, isn't Haggle. It's, like, a cousin. And you also earn points for these achievements, or these red bonuses. Oh, so getting the actual trophies in the game gets you shit in the game. That's kind of cool. So you have more incentives. Well, actually, I say that. There's not 100 trophies in this game, so not all of them are that. Got it. Really good, perfect timing. So what do you think? Think about what? Don't you see how smooth and shiny it is? I believe you may be talking about his head. Oh yeah, your head. No, yeah, there's a lot of vacant lots now, right? They're also smooth, so shiny. That's right. I went ahead and cleared out all that useless junk. So now you can build whatever you want. Just let me know if you need anything. Thank you. Misty, what were you trying to do there? My deepest apologies. Anyway, this poses a new problem. We have plenty of vacant lots, but many of them don't connect to any roads. You're right. Okay, time to start building some new roads. Connect alleys to main streets in order to extend the buildable range of our facilities. Keep in mind the alley must connect directly to a main street. You can, however, build alleys vertically and horizontally however you like. Oh god. However, you can't build an alley diagonally. Oh god, okay. You now build facilities along your newly created alley. Be sure to build plenty of alleys so that you can construct more facilities. Set development rate and number of build points. Increase sector's development rate to evolve your village into a town, and then to a city. This will also increase the pop limit. Each sector development rate is the sum of all its facilities' individual development rates. Facilities must be built on a sector's build points. Expand the sector in order to increase its number of build points. Build facilities and fill up sectors in order to increase the sector limit. You can manage facility-related work from the management. Request a job when building the town. Oh, and this is your evaluation pitch. Heh. You can now remodel. Remodel it while you to rebuild an atelier shop with a new colour without remodeling costs. Oh, so you can just... Yeah, you can change how it looks. Got it. I'm good. I have a plan. Oh, not grocery store. Oh, I want a new atelier. There you are, Ellie. You got your own place. You need to synthesize special items called elements to synthesize some items. These can be found on investigation routes or obtained by reducing items. Press options in the menu and then select reduce. You can reduce the two elements by selecting the number of materials. Element type depending on the type of mineral. If you don't need more elements, go ahead and reduce any items you don't need. Jeez, that gives you a lot. No, oh, I was hoping to bring up the... I don't want to confirm yet. I want to see what my quests are. So I didn't actually set anything. Hang on, I'll just do this. So I can actually set something. Oh, you don't have the stuff. They don't sell.
のくらい必要ですか？わかりました。これを作ります。こちらの依頼をお願いします。はい。どれを建てましょう？何にしましょう？どの建物を建てます？どちらになさいますか？何を移動させましょうか？
Which is something I can click on it from here, but I think you have to press confirm.
施設はどうなっているのかしら？いらっしゃい。再考いたしましょう。すみません。こちらは中依頼する道具でございますが、いくつ作ります？こちらどれを作ればいいんですか？いくつ作ります？
We are going to need some of this for stuff, other various stuff, so I'll just have
こ
to
ちらを依頼いたし、考え直しましょう。はい。
do that.
依頼する道具でございますが、いくつ作ります？これをお願いします。
That'll do.
この通りにお願いいたします。商品設定はいかがいたしますか？
Oh, I've got a challenge to sell beer, so I'll leave that as is for now.
建てるものを考えなく、場所を選択しましょう。
Maximum number of buildings exceeded. Oh, I've got to wait till we get expansions. Oh.
どの建物を建てましょうか？どちらになさいますか？誰にお願いしましょうか？どちらになさいますか？
Oh, I've already got that one. That worked out. That we're working on. That we're working on.
どちらになさいますか？こちらの様子はいかがでしょうか？
I'm going to save, and I'm going to start having a second file on the go, so if there's any decisions that are, like, really, like, backfiring, we can load back to an earlier point. Here's the report. Yay! Alright, let's keep going. Oh god, my expenses! It's necessary evil. Necessary evil. The growth is going to pay for itself. I need to try and figure that out and get people hired. Marie still kicking ass. Not very good at this. Okay, I'll end my grows. Friends of Alchemists will show up one by one. They'll help you develop your towns and make sure you work with them closely to continue expanding. Sheo has joined your village. Ah! Oh goodness, where am I? There's someone in charge here I should speak to. It sounds like you're having some trouble. Is everything okay? No, I have no idea where I am. Please tell me, do you... Oh, Shia? Shia, what are you doing here? Are you okay? You two know each other? Yeah, Shia's my best friend, but I never expected you to come all this way. That's so like you, Marie. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. My name is Shia Donistage. I hope Marie hasn't been causing too much trouble. Marie, Ellie, how are things going? Oh, great, thanks to you. I was able to get things working faster than expected. Same here, but to be honest, I was worried what might happen at first, since we're in an alternate world and all. Hey, Ellie. Huh? What do you mean by that, alternate world? Wait, you mean Marie didn't tell you? Of course not. Who would believe it if someone just told you out of nowhere? I didn't want her to think I was some kind of weirdo. When you put it that way, I guess you're right. So if I'm understanding this right, you two are from some other world? Well, yeah, pretty much. Sorry, I wasn't trying to hide it from you. I just didn't want you to think I was crazy. I have no reason to think you're crazy. I'm more amazed that alternate worlds actually exist. Oh, if that's true, there's something I'd like to ask you. Have you ever met anyone named Sotal? He's got jet black hair. He's a little bit older than I am. Sotal? Sorry, that name doesn't ring a bell. What about you, Ellie? No, sorry. It doesn't sound familiar at all. Is he a friend of yours? Yeah, we used to play together all the time when I was a kid, but then something happened and he just disappeared. I just thought that maybe you'd run into him since you're from another world. Oh, I see. I'm sorry we couldn't help. Oh no, don't worry about it. Didn't expect it to be that easy. Well, we'll keep our ears open, let you know if we hear anything about this Sotal guy. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, while we're on the subject, just for your own reference, how did you two come to my world in the first place? Did I even wait for you to get back? Well, that's a little bit of a problem. There are some ruins not too far from here. If we go there, we can use a special item to go back to our world. But for some reason, we can't get the item to activate. I think it might be damaged. Wait, really? Isn't that a huge problem? Well, I don't think it's completely broken. I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably. Wow, I had no idea something like that was even possible. Heh, I'm not surprised. Without this special item, there's nothing more than a bunch of old ruins. I see, but still, an alternate world. I'd love to visit a place like that someday. You're welcome to visit any time. I'd be happy to show you around myself. Really? That'd be awesome. That's a cute picture. Trying to do some fishing under the rain. How's the tasks doing? Right, still selling. A long way off from making money. Actually, no, I don't need to save yet. Marie's got something nice. The Pamelas want to visit us. Uh-oh. the Council of Pam has come to say hi again. Let's go talk to Marie first. Before we go hang out with the Council of Pam. Okay, that should be about it. Huh, finally starting to get used to synthesizing here. Now I can prepare most of the basic stuff, so I think I can start improving even more now. Watching you work, it seems like you really can make anything, like you're not focused on any one type of thing. Well, I've been good at making different things ever since I was young. That experience has probably helped. I get all different kinds of requests, so I have to know how to deal with anything that comes my way. Which means each request took a lot more research and effort, but my synthesis repertoire also got way bigger. So you learned all of this while you were working in your own atelier, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Although I didn't do it all by myself, of course. I only got the opportunity to synthesize all those new items thanks to all the different people who came to me with requests. And I learned all kinds of stuff once I'd started working with Ellie. I never could have gotten this far alone. I'm the alchemist I am today thanks to everyone around me. Also, I'm a terrible student. I could read a textbook for 1,000 years and still never learn anything useful. Wow, really? Knowing what I do about you, it is pretty hard to imagine. At my academy, I literally had the lowest grades of anyone ever. Seriously? It was so awful. I decided to try studying again once I opened my own atelier. But when I finally came to understand, alchemy is meant to help other people's lives make other people's lives better. The recipe and synthesis should be designed with the user in mind. That's when alchemy really started clicking for me, and I started learning new things bit by bit. I see, that's how it works in your case. Obviously I still have a long way to go, but I'm really glad I became an alchemist. I've found that I really just love working for the benefit of others. And it's also great being able to travel all around the world and meet all different kinds of people. I'm no good with alchemy, so I have to admit I'm pretty jealous. Anyway, I hope you end up coming to love this place just as much. Of course, I'm already started to. I'll go hang with these two. Where am I? The scenery, the people, the wildlife. I don't recognize any of it. Not that it matters. As long as it gets me one step closer to Arvenberry, I don't care where I am. Hey there, looking for something? Sorry, you just had that sort of look on your face. Plus you don't exactly look like you're from around here. Well, perhaps. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have anything more to say. I think our business here is done. Sure, whatever you say. See you around. Wait, which way is Arvenberry? Arvenberry? Sorry, it doesn't ring a bell. Sounds like maybe you came from another world too. Another world? Yeah. It looks like this place is connected to other worlds somehow. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not surprised. See, there's this girl that's an old friend of mine, and she wandered into this world, so I'm here to find her. What a fool. Huh? Risking your life to chase after some woman? If you consider yourself a warrior, she will someday become your weakness. It's not like that. I'm sorry, I went too far, didn't I? I hate when I do that. I suppose that's why I'm always alone. Is everything okay here? Ah, yes, everything's fine. You told me what I needed to know. Okay then. By the way, I didn't catch your name. I'm Arlen. I'm Douglas McGrain. Just in case you needed to know that he comes from the Irish/Manor-ish cult of eras. The name's kind of out there. Even so soon. In fact, I can find out which game Douglas McGrain is from. Oh, he's actually... Never mind. He's from Ellie. He's from Ellie. Whoops. What about Arlen? Yeah, okay. Arlen, I felt I recognise. Arlen's from Iris 1. His English voice actor is Steve Bloom? What? Alright. I've been playing him in dub, so I haven't noticed, but wow. Anyway. Stop hanging out, I want to do some investigating. Oh, isn't different than usual? Some rare materials buried beneath. Oh wait, we don't have a shovel, let's just move on. I was wanting to make sure we were on course to make it to the end in time. So I want to get to the end of this area this time around. That'll do. Oh, goodbye. Thank you, Ellie. Trophy unlocked. Scrappy warrior. Win 5 fights. I'll protect you, Nelke. Don't you worry about a thing. Hey, no, I'm enjoying the workflow. I can see the nature of how this is supposed to work. Like, you know, like the cycle of it is just getting it in process. God damn, she picked up a lot there. No treasure chest discovered. Super suspicious, but can't stop myself from opening it. Oh, same thing. Oh god, we're getting a lot though. Jesus, that was how much? 24 of them. Weekday. Nice. Okay, I'm still working on it. We need to make more money.
何にしましょうか。何にしましょうか。
I should make a team. I should make a team of just the Pamelas. Like for a dispatch group at some point. It's just an army of ghosts. Just send them out. Oh, does it have to be a full group of 5 where it will let you, like, click off? Oh, no, you just do it that way. Okay, got it. Then I'll do this. Fine, not Haggle can go. There.
施設の状態はと。こちらの区画を見ていきましょう。建てるものを考えなくては。どこに建てようかしら。これで決まりね。誰にお願いしましょうか。栽培の設定はいかがいたしますか。どれを立てましょう。
It's like there's something special between his minions. I wonder what that is.
どこに立てようかしら。これで決まりね。誰に頼むのがいいかしら。
There, now they've got 2 working Pamelas, 3 if you want to count the farm.
商品設定はいかがいたしますか。
Jesus, look how much these sell for. Stop selling these. What do you mean you're not so sure about it? What? Okay, we'll try. What? Why is she unsure about it? Is it because they're rarer materials? She doesn't want us getting rid of them? Oh, leave it to me. This is my specialty. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a word for it then. Oh, can we build any more? God, that's gonna be so expensive. It's okay. It's gonna be worth it at the end. We're gonna start earning, I believe. the commercial sector to a certain degree. You have the option to expand. This costs money. We'll give you a wider area to place facilities. But try and go in the commercial sector to begin expansion. Costs 500. I'm already poor. Fine. That'll take another couple of days yet, but that's fine. Hopefully we'll start working on that very soon, sweet, because I'm poor. I'm gonna save. Okay, still spending way too much money. I need to get a positive here, guys. I need to get a net positive. Oh, what do we lack? She can't make any more bread or neutralizers are okay. Alright. Oh, they've all got hearts on them. Let's visit the Pamela-mageddon again. Hello, Pamela. Please excuse the intrusion. Oh, welcome, welcome. Sorry to bother you while you're working, but can I ask you something? I have a guess I can't take too long. I have a guess, so I can't take too long. What can I do for you? Miss Nelke, we shouldn't bother Pamela while she's busy. Let's return to the manor. A guest? Are you referring to me? I don't mind. Take your time. What? See, Misty, I told you I wasn't imagining things. What is the meaning of this? Actually, I heard rumours that there were ghost Pamelas from other worlds. Oh, that's true. You didn't even hesitate. But you look completely human to me. Really? Why, thank you. I actually used alchemy to make this body for myself. Well, you didn't. Verona did. Then we'll put our astral form into it. Yup. You mean you're possessing it like a ghost? I had no idea that was possible. Would you like me to show you how it works? Pamela, hold on. Stop moving my arms and legs around. Now, does it make sense? It felt like there was a whole other person inside of me. But how can there be so many Pamelas all at once? I don't understand. Should we show her? Sure, I don't mind. I keep on saying it. Why does, like, my Pamela, the mysterious saga Pamela, look so, like, evil in the image? Like, she's got, like, the shadow over her face and she's giving you the side eye. She's like, I will kill you. Sounds like fun. Oh, this is, yeah, Mana Pamela. The one that's actually a playable teammate is actually pretty fucking good. Sorry I came to see you so late the other night. So you're the Pamela that came to my office? Yup, in my ghost form. If that's the case, I guess it makes sense I wouldn't notice your presence. You guys, please don't crowd in all at once. Oops, sorry. I do prefer the doll over a human anyway. I feel kind of uneasy when there's someone else in there. Are all the Pamelas just in Nelke? Now you understand. Do you mind if we go? Oh, leaving so soon? Okay, see you later. I think I want to go home. I'd say you've earned it, Miss Nelke. Let's go see Lise. And Lise is from, let me find out. Lise is from the Nintendo DS spin-off from 2007. Interesting. So even the spin-offs got some love. No wonder I didn't have a goddamn clue who she was. Ah, looks like it happened again. Where the heck did I go wrong this time? Maybe I should stop buying the cheapest materials I could find. Excuse me, is everything okay? Not really. It looked like I messed up yet another synthesis and wound up here somehow. Oh, I see. And where did you come here from? A town called Mice from the Ord Kingdom. I need to get back as soon as I can. Are you in trouble or something? Well, sort of. I'm kind of super in debt. I'm pretty much out of money. Miss Nelke, it'd probably be wise not to involve yourself too deeply in this kind of issue. But this kid's in trouble, right? There must be something I can do to help. If I'm understanding you right, your desire is to make some money and return to this town of Melise? Not exactly. As long as I've got money, I don't have any particular reason to go back. Ultimately, my goal is to buy back the Randall Kingdom. Buy back a kingdom? It's quite a lofty goal. I'm not sure how much Miss Nelke will be able to help with something like that. Well, could we at least find them a job, if nothing else? A job, Sounds like they're an alchemist, so I'm sure they would help out one of the Esaliers. Oh, it doesn't have to be alchemy, as long as it pays, I'm fine with anything. Really? What about Haggle's place? He's been short-handed for a while now, and he mentioned he'd prefer a younger assistant. It's a great idea. Let's go talk to Haggle. So you thought of me. That's fantastic. He was kind of weak, but I'm sure I can whip him into shape. So I'm going to be a carpenter? What's wrong? Not interested? No, it's not that. I've just never done anything like that, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'll do my best. Glad to hear it. What's your name? I am Lisette Randall, but you can call me Lisa. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm Haggle. I'm happy for you, Lisa. Fine, last hangout and then we're heading out. What the heck? Was that an explosion? Marie, it's way too much. You have to learn to hold back a little. Sorry about that. I guess it might have been a teensy bit too powerful. Nos? Marie, are you two okay? It's had a huge explosion. Sorry about that, Nelke. Nobody's hurt, luckily. Yep, I'm totally fine. Good, I'm glad you're both safe, but what the heck happened? Nos asked me to blow up this boulder that was in the way, but I guess my bomb ended up being a little stronger than expected. Ah, I see. Please be sure to be extra careful with your bombs. Of course. I'll make sure and hold back even more next time. Your bombs are really useful, but I get nervous every time you have to use one. Oh, don't worry. I use them all the time, and I'm perfectly fine. Back in my own world, I threw around bombs so much they call me Bomb Girl or Fireball Marie. Those are some impressive nicknames. Yeah, I was pretty surprised when I first heard them. I was just going around hunting monsters. I didn't do anything all that terrible. I'm sure you did plenty. I just hope you don't earn that same kind of nickname here. Fireball Marie. I can't really be doing this. I'm looking at it like, ugh. Next construction day, I'll probably make the last construction day and then wrap up. So, like, not this day in game, or this turn, the next turn. After I've done that turn and built what I want to build, I'll probably wrap. I just want to see a glimmer of some fruits of my labor, you know? Nothing's going here. So far, we're doing alright. We're on track of our goals. The only problem is that I'm a broke bitch. I have, like, no money. So we need to start turning over some profits, or it's going to start plateauing. Our success is going to start going against us. So we've got a few alchemists, including Lisa, who's from a fucking DS spin-off. And I was like, what? Oh, okay. I thought it would just be like the main game characters, but no.
でも
No, that's fair
私
enough.
の剣の腕前もなかなかでしょ。
But we've got Ellie, so we've got two Atelier like mainline protagonists with us. Oh, I wanted to try and get a bit more fire element than that, if I'm honest, but okay. The second shop should be made. So that'll keep the Pamelas happy.
何にしましょう。こちらの様子はいかがでしょうか。
Ah, we're running out. Okay.
施設はどうなっているのかしら。
And you can't make any more bread.
調合を考え直しましょう。すみません。
Let's get rid of that.
こちらは何にしましょうか。
God, that costs so much.
何をいくつにいたしましょう。
Let's hold off for now.
この通りにお願いいたします。はい、了解しました。
Thanks for a high score this map. I can kind of see it.
調合をお願い。
Hey, can you add
いくつ頼もうかしら。
beer back on the menu, please?
はい、これをこの通りにお
Thanks,
願い
Marie.
いたします。
Because we need to sell it for that quest.
施設の状態はと。
Yeah, at least it's from the DS games.
どちらになさいますか。
Oh, I guess I don't have enough people to send. I don't. Do I have the army of haggles? I guess I'm not. I have to actually fully explore it first before it will let me send people. I can't really afford to build anything, but I at least want to have a look. Yeah, I get what you mean. We've expanded, so we've got more room.
移動するものを決めましょう。どこに移動しようかしら。
Actually, no. The shops should be at the front of the town. The ateliers should be at the back of the town. Because then when we get more and more shops going, we can literally just have a row of shops going along the front here. And we've got our farms like in development back here, but we need to get better farms first. That's Southburg. That's fair enough. I said I don't care for any of that. I just enjoy them casually. I loved Marie for what it is. It was just also clearly like, even in the remake, the old one, you know? Yeah, it's why there's some games I just like, even if I love them, I will never even remotely entertain them. I love Deus Ex. I'm never gonna fucking do the platinum for that game because it's a pain in the dick. It's like 4 fucking playthroughs. It's like at minimum if you're following a guide, and even then, one of the playthroughs has to be on Iron Man mode, or I didn't ask for this, which is beat the whole game without dying, whilst it's also at the hardest difficulty. Because if you die, it deletes your save. It's just like, fuck me, I'm good, thanks. Oh yeah, but it is. I find it I am without going for the trophy list. Like, I don't mind doing extra playthroughs of Marie without worrying about how, like, the 1,000,001 requirements to get every single ending. I will just see what different ending I land on, you know? I get wanting to get the platinum, I get wanting to get every single detail out of it, but equally, it's like, if it's going to, like, drain the soul out of you, and you're gonna hate it by the end of it, no, don't do it. I don't think I can literally afford anything. Yeah, no. I've also gotta let things rock. Yeah, because we need to sell 2 more of them. We need to make money, which, if I check, hang on a minute. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is it? It's in requests, actually. I don't need to actually build it in. You're selling distilled water, and it's supposed to sell for 92 a pop. I'd love for you to sell these, but for some reason you're not interested in selling them. But as soon as this one's finished selling the beers for the quest, I will change. Maruru's MGS swap. Yeah. Maruru is, I pass. Pass. That game is mean. So the Lure's easy. I still haven't done it. I still haven't gone back and platinum the Lure, but the Lure is technically the easiest. Because it's literally just make one of everything, get every resource, which the game keeps track of anyway, and then every ending, but the ending stacks, so you can just pick and choose what ending you need. And the bad ending doesn't have a trophy, so you don't even have to bother with it. Yeah. Ah, you can. Okay, I was going to say, can I actually change the music? Wait a minute, what mysterious remixes do they have? Hang on a minute, give me a second. What mysterious remixes do they have? Oh, but it's Irish have Mystic Pendulum. I'll have a look in a minute. Wait, do they have Leia Zay? I'll have to check. Dun, dun, dun. Crisscross is it? Oh, okay. Mysterious series. What the fuck do you mean, Yellow Zone? That's Totari's battle theme. Unless it's just all of them are in this. Hang on. Oh, yeah. The Nelke specials don't matter what anniversary pack you're looking at. Got it. Then what I need to do, firstly, hang on. Oh, I think it's just the cozy themes. I don't think it's any of the battle themes. Because on mysterious games, it's like, yeah. Oh, I completely misunderstood. It's not look through it, it's what location do you want playing here. So this is all the same list regardless of what I pick. Got it. That was completely me misunderstanding then. It doesn't matter what list I pick, it's just, hey, what do you want playing when you're in a Salberg location, a Gramnid location, etc. Oh, well. I had to check. Imagine we get these when we beat the game. That's that beautiful title theme that I was, like, screaming about. Mm. Did you buy the DLC? Yes. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I have every DLC for this. The story's 20th anniversary, the Sophie statue, the costume set. Oh no, the statue and costume set aren't available because I think you have to like actually have the anniversary stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I have everything that you can get. It was adorable. Where was that? Oh, you mean that one on the... So you have the BGMs. Yeah. Assuming there is another set, you're going to make me check again. I don't think there's another set. Yeah, there's the only thing like there is some music I don't have. There's a pack that has Knights of Azure and Blue Reflection 1 music on it, but that requires you to have the town bidding 5-item set, but that's not here to be brought. So I think that's like tied to something else. Like it was probably like a promotional thing at the time that just isn't available anymore. I get what they're doing. The anniversary pack, it's all just like the cozy tracks, because this whole game's supposed to be the cozy game, you know? So I get it. I'm just dropping another save, and then we'll see how my profits will hopefully turn around. Please, for the love of God. I can't keep... Can I check it from here so I can show you? Look at that earning progress. Look at how much in the negative I have been. I am struggling here. That's some... Something needs your urgent attention. I saw a dangerous-looking monster running around here. If we don't do something, it could hurt someone. Please deal with it as soon as you can. If the request fails, the cultivation rate will go down. Various requests will suddenly pop on your schedule. Yeah, it's up to you to deal with these requests. Deal with these, increases friendship level. The only 2 extras I have. I haven't unlocked any major new characters yet. So of course it's the only 2 I have. Ow, ow. God, he's one bulky bitch. Ow, ow, ow. That hits everything, so that will actually be very helpful. Yeah, fuck him up. Finish off that turtle. With the like mysterious pack, it's more for town aesthetics than anything else. Like same with all the other packs, like you get town aesthetics in theme with that area, which as far as I'm aware is just colour schemes. The only DLC I would love to have got is the Sophie statue, but I think that's tied to the item pack thing that's not available anymore. Or if it is available, I don't know where it is to find it. Boy, that was fun. That was really great. Yay. We're all done for now. Request success, troubles averted. The reports have been summarized. Please tell me we're in the plus. Oh, we're getting there. And both the main goal that was on the time limit and is that... Oh, I can't check from here. I was gonna say I was gonna check what one that was. What are we missing? Oh, you're out of beer. That will solve itself. That's fine. And that's still, hey, fucking money. Money. We're lacking money to afford labor. Who did the best today? Who gets the gold medal? Hey! School Pamela. Or the Manakamiya Pamela. Boys. Hello there, girls. Can I help you too? Looks like you managed to complete your first task, Nelke. Congratulations. Thanks, I couldn't have done it without everyone's support. I wrote up a report, but what do I do with it? Just send it to my father? Misty, do you have any idea how I'm supposed to handle this? I do indeed. I received word that an official examiner will be arriving sometime today. An examiner? This is very exaggerated. I believe you're referring to me. I know that voice. Who the fuck's this guy? An exceedingly cheerful examiner, Lotus McGregor. Hello, hello, one and all. This MVP. Hey, I don't pick the MVP. If the MVP is auto decided by who works the hardest, and whoever gets MVP gets a bonus in friendship. So that was out of my hands. Lotus! Ah, in the flesh! I have returned to these beloved lands. Wait, you two know each other? Yes, he worked for my father. I've known him as long as I can remember. You could hear that laugh coming a mile away. The creepy villain vibes make it stop. Sure, buddy, sure you. Well, at the very least. Anyway, so you're the tax collector and the examiner? I am the tax collector no longer. My sole duty now is to check on progress of Miss Nelke here. I knew I was getting villain vibes from him. He's a fucking tax man. I knew he was bad. Wait, so you're the examiner. Oh, I would have thought you already knew. Didn't you receive word from your father? And seriously, Missy, did you know about this? I must apologize. I thought if you knew Lotus was on his way, it would lower your spirits. I see. Well, I guess I can't blame you there. Oh, as eloquent as ever, I see. So, with that out of the way, I'll be paying you regular visits to both notify you of tasks and review your progress. For now, I will evaluate how you've handled your current task. Let's just take a look. Amazing, Miss Nelke. Simply splendid. You passed with flying colours. Well, it's all thanks to the townsfolk and the Alchemists. All I did was hand out a few orders here and there. No need to be humble. You've earned the compliments, so just accept it. Although you still have a long way to go before achieving your final goal, so perhaps a little humility is good in a leader. Regardless, let me give you your next task. Your new objective is... Fuck, they know. Oh no, they know. It's like, oh man, this guy's been earning like no money. Let's make it that he has to be in the green for 3 turns in a row. That face, yeah, I saw it. Oh no, I have to actually be earning a positive for 3 days straight. Oh no. Got it. I guess each of these tasks won't be paved the way to my final objective. Quite right. Now then, carry on. You still have a long way to go. You have to keep telling me that. Goal 2. Develop into a lively village. Today's a new day. Let's give it all to complete the next task. Of course, Miss Nelke. But man, I always knew, like off the rip, trying to do a lot of investing, I was going to be in the red for like a few days. It's just like I need to turn it into a green because I don't even know how many days I got left to do it. I get used to how loud he is. Ugh, I'm making myself depressed again. About that, there's something else I should probably have told you. But now, Misty, I'm not going to be happy, am I? No need for insults, Miss Nelke. After all, I'm working myself to the bone for you. You're still here. Don't you have some other town you have to go annoy? Jesus Christ, she really does not like this man. Well, I told you yesterday, I'm the official examiner for this region. Yeah, I'm a tax collector. Of course everyone hates me. Living duties have been assumed by other staff members until you finish your work here. Oh, come on. It's a direct order from our lord. We can't have you trying to cheat the system, so I must keep a close eye on you. I take offense to that. You really think I would cheat? No, of course not. Personally, I think your father did this out of concern for you. You mean to say he's asked someone he can trust to watch out for Miss Nelke? He's so overprotective. Anytime you need to go gather materials, please let me know. I'll gladly come along as your bodyguard. My dude, you're gonna be collecting dust. And of course, I'll be watching you from behind the scenes at all times. Ta-ta. I should have known he's going to be nothing but trouble. You can now accompany investigations. Yay. I know who Lotus would be a great friend with. Fucking Astrid. Put those two in a room together and lock the door. Give it an hour, maybe one of them will kill each other. Okay, time to start the day. What the heck? Behind me, Miss Nelke. Looked visibly ill. Yeah, I think his personality makes everyone... Judy? I'm still alive. I guess so. What a relief. I saw that explosion coming, but I had no idea what would happen. Are you okay? Me? Yeah, I think that's Judy anyway. Yeah, I'm fine. That's good, I guess. I saw a flash of light, then you appeared out of nowhere. You scared the heck out of me. Oh, is that how I look to you? I'm sorry if I scared you. Lily, fuck, not Judy. Judy has a similar code. Like, Lily's the last of the Salberg Alchemists. I think Judy, like, has similar hair, but her shirt's green. Amazing Forerunner? Yeah, because, once again, the third Salberg game is not a follow-up. It's a prequel game based 20 years before the other two Salberg games. No, there is a Judy, but it's spelled Judie, I believe. That's Gramnid. I'm Nelke. I'm the daughter of the Lord of Westworld. I'm Miss Nelke's maid. Me call me Misty. Nice to meet the both of you. Wait, you said this place was called Westworld? Where the heck did it teleport me? Weird. Teleport? Lily, what exactly are you doing here? But it's why, oh, I forget her name already. Like, Ingrid, that's it. There's a reason why there's a Kid Ingrid in this game, because Kid Ingrid comes from Lily's time. Which is probably why they're doing teleport, because they have to try and justify how she ends up here despite the 20-year gap. What exactly are you doing here? Yo, I found a book with a recipe for an item I'd never seen before. I just did what it said and, well, here I am. Apparently the recipe wasn't complete, because it kind of just exploded. Before I knew what happened, well, you know the rest. I see, can I ask what sort of item you were trying to make? I don't know the specifics, but I think it was some sort of teleportation item, which would explain how I wound up here. Okay, well, now that you're here, what are you planning to do? Good question. I don't think... Oh, sorry, excuse me. I didn't think to grab any of my synthesis equipment, so... I'd really like to try and make the same item again and go back to where I came from, but... Well, why don't you help out here in the meantime? I'd be happy to set up an atelier for you, and I'll pay you. We have other alchemists here, and I'm sure they'd be happy to make whatever that item was. Really? Oh, in that case, we're happy to help out whoever I can. Thank you. Yeah, fair enough. There's one thing I'd like to ask in return. Could I ask you a question? Back in your world, did you ever meet or hear of a boy named Sotol? Sotol? I can't say I did, no. I see. Well, if you ever do hear anything, could you let me know? Of course. You'll let me stay and work here, it's the least I can do. He must be really important to you. It's obvious how much he matters to you. I really hope you find him, Nelke, and I'll do my best to help. Thanks, Lily. I really appreciate it. Looks like another alchemist has joined us. Must be my lucky day. And that fan patch. Ooh, fair enough. Alright, that means I need to build another alchemy atelier. But we made it to another day. So I think I'm going to wrap it here. And I'm going to save on my other save file since we managed to reach the next objective. So, we managed to like get our population up and get some kind of head start. We started building some facilities. We have some farms going. Problem now is making money. We've just got to make some money. The ultimate kryptonite. But that will have to wait till another time. Yeah, she takes her hat off to play the flute as well. Because tomorrow I want to get Crystar done. Because I'm not working tomorrow, so the stream can be as long as whatever, you know? And I'm definitely taking Tuesday off, because Wednesday's going to be a very long stream next week. I just don't know about Monday, because originally I was going to stream Crystar on Monday. But if I have it all done, we'll see. I might make it Nelke, but we'll see how it goes. Without that, yeah. But I digress. Regardless, thank you all so much for watching this interesting little misadventure of Atelier. This game is pretty fun. It's not as stressful as I feared it could be. Like, the moment it was like, hey, tasks and time limit, I was like, town management with time limit, uh-oh. You know, like, it's something like the alarm bell started going, but this is also Atelier, and outside of that one Dust game, I think the time limit's always going to be at least doable. It's just we have to make sure we can start earning a profit, because if we keep on still having net losses, that bar is going to look less and less kind, and it's going to start really falling apart, you know? We need to start earning. No day was as bad as that one, minus 1,976 coal, but you know, we need to start earning. We need to start getting on the up and end. I think it's because, well, although I got better as this time got on, I used to be shit at things like SimCity. But I'm wrapping up. Thank you all so much for watching as always. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Genuinely really helps this little channel grow. Additionally, you can find my Twitter, Patreon and PayPal in the description of every video. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully finishing off Crystar. You guys take care now. Peace.